Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Drive Time. I was not here last week. I was not feeling well last weekend, so that's why you didn't see me here, but I am feeling much better. We're going to talk about training camp, and luckily nobody was injured today, so that I know of. And yeah, man, we're going to drop the link and we'll get into it. So stick around. We'll be right back.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome watering meals and desserts? Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also, reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Juice Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
So what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is doing all right. What's up, Joe Wrist, Marino's GOAT, Raphael Courtright, I see you, man. I always try to make it every Friday if I can, if I could help it. But unfortunately, it was out of my control last week. So Zipper Media, what's going on? Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who creates all the cool thumbnail and intros, Zipper Media, and resident Cowboy fan, man. I had him on the show, so shout out to you, Zipper, for supporting us like you always do. And yeah, it's what's going on, Mondo? How you doing, man? Remembering this motherfucker, what's going on? Hope everybody is having a great day. I know a lot of people are having a feud right now on Twitter Spaces. If you like seeing blood feud, and yeah, Twitter, go look up Batman. There's a big war going on, but that's I was never. I'm not a part of that. Anyway, however, I am part of the Miami Dolphins and their feud. Apparently, right now, day 3 of training camp happened and is in the books. So far, nothing of note. We'll listen to Mike McDaniel's press conference while I wait for the people to come up and tell me what they thought of day 3. But let's get into this press conference and see what McDaniel had to say this morning concerning day 3. All right. Here's Green. Coach McDaniels meets with the media. And here it is.
You should stand corrected. Good morning. False. Great morning. Let's go.
Why great? What makes this one great?
Because we're another day closer to death. You're welcome. That's. I mean, it's a reality.
Another day closer to death. Damn.
It's a reality. Wouldn't you like to take that in mind when you're, considering what you're going to do today, or maybe if today is a good day or not?
Sure.
You're welcome.
Prior to starting, any update you can give us on Matt Hooks? It was good to hear that there was movement in extremities. How's he doing?
Well, that was the time it took, as he.
Joe Riss, how are you doing this great day closer to death?
Another day closer to his coaching career death.
Yeah, that's true.
How you doing, Shake? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, man.
Storming over here.
What have you heard so far?
About
day 3 is concerned.
Well, I just came from Pete's channel, so I've been hearing all sorts of nonsense, but
of course.
What I didn't get to, I know we had some interviews with players today, so I didn't get to listen to Grant, which I really wanted to.
All right.
But I did see that Eskridge got a big catch. I don't know if that was, but the Dolphins posted a video about it.
Did they talk to Minka finally or no?
I don't know that either. As of yesterday, I just got done working, so I haven't looked at too much. But as of yesterday, my biggest fascination was this whole Wilkins thing.
Yeah. He got released.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming to the Dolphins, but I have this weird feeling that he could end up on the Bills or the Patriots.
Well, he is from that area. So
Well, Vrabel already said that they're interested in talking to him.
and what did they say why they released him in the first place?
Well, from what I've heard, and I haven't really like looked at everything, and there's probably way more to come out, but he got injured week 5 last year, was supposed to get surgery, was recommended to like right away. Said I'd rather just, like rehab it without surgery, basically walk it off. And they were like, that's not a good idea, but he started it anyway. And then I guess decided to in the early off season that he did want to get the surgery, which was much later, and set the timeline back further. And then I guess I also heard that he wasn't rehabbing his injury or his surgery recovery properly. So that's why the Raiders did what they did, which was, I guess, not technically a release, but I forget what the term was. And so that they're attempting to not have to pay him the guaranteed money. And now he's going to the NFLPA to say, I need that guaranteed money. The whole thing seems weird to me. Like, if he does get that guaranteed money, how could he play for another team if the whole premise of him being released off the Raiders and not getting that money was because he wasn't going to be able to participate in time? Like, the whole thing's just kind of crazy. Like, it can't just be all like, you're going to have players doing that left and right if he does win that money. But I do, like, if he does end up playing for, regardless of if he gets his guaranteed money from the Raiders or not, if he ends up playing for the Patriots or the Bills or the Jets, I'm going to be pissed. I don't want him to come to Miami because I think we're set there, and I don't think we need to be, like, that doesn't need to be the splash we need to make this late in the offseason. But I just have this weird feeling that he's going to end up there and he's going to get sacks on us, and people are going to be upset about it. So,
well, even if he does come back, like you said, his timeline is further. So it's further than what So I'm thinking if he does come back, it would be either late this year or early next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, early next year would be a different story. But like, yeah, you're right. Like, he would be like coming back in mid to late October or something.
Yeah, he's missing training camp. He's missing a lot of valuable reps. So yeah, unless he's playing on a team that's, you know what I mean. I don't think that's
that's what makes me think he might like end up with like Buffalo or someone as some like depth to a team that's like, or gonna make a run.
Yeah.
But I've been hearing all kinds of crazy stuff, like, oh, the Dolphins should target him and give him like veteran minimum, which is crazy. Like, why would he do that?
I remember, he's losing money. If they cut him and they're able to get away with not giving him his guaranteed money, then he's gonna want to supplement that money he lost from the Raiders.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think he will get that money because it is like there's got to be something in those contracts that protects the team. Because like if you have like doctors recommending like you treat an injury a certain way, and you end up going against it, and it changes your return timetable. That's on the player, in my opinion.
Kind of like how the Dolphins could have did with Ryan Tannehill when he went the holistic route instead of getting it, and then he missed the season where we had to sign Jay Cutler, remember?
Right.
Because he said he wanted to do the holistic route.
Yeah, it would be like if I blew through all my sick days in January and then I got really sick in May, and I was like, well, guys, I'm actually sick this time, so like I need time off, but you still got to pay me. Yeah. You can't really like get it both ways. So I don't like but more details have to come out of like I just like spewed a whole bunch of speculation, right? Like and
yeah, for sure.
There's probably so many details to come out about this, but it's kind of like red flags to me. So I don't want any of the Dolphins like sniffing around it at all unless it's to prevent the Bills.
And then again, the Raiders have done a lot of they don't like, for instance, they. With Henry Ruggs, they threw money away with Henry Ruggs. They threw money with who's the guy? The Leatherwood. Remember Leatherwood? He was their first round draft pick. They cut ties with.
Feels like every other year. Remember when they had that linebacker? Who was it? Mack.
Khalil Mack. Yeah, they got rid of him. They sent him to Chicago.
Yeah. Waller. Waller when Waller was in his prime. Who was the other guy? Hunter Renfro.
Yeah, Hunter Renfro.
There's a lot of players there that just like they just kind of like disappear. Christian Wilkins could be one of them.
I mean, so yeah, the Raiders it's like unfortunately the Raiders do have a history of making bad decisions.
Yeah, well, it's like their fan base is called the Black Hole, and that's kind of what it is for some players.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not. It's probably how a lot of people view the Dolphins too. It's kind of like like a end your career kind of place, or if you get there young, like try to get out of there. Like, what if Waddle ends up having kind of a dinky career because he's with our team?
Yeah, but it's like I noticed there's a lot of players that all of a sudden they get like. There's certain players that we have in our franchise history that, and I'm not talking about Marino. I'm leaving that out of it. But I'm saying though, there's certain players that we've gotten, and some players are being made more better than they. I mean, I like Christian Wilkins, right? Christian Wilkins, but I've always said he is not. I would say he is the level right below someone like. Vince Wilfork or Warren Sapp, you know what I mean? They're
good, not great, or great but not elite.
Yeah, yeah. Like I would say he's the tier underneath that. You know what I mean? That makes sense.
No, I agree. I mean, who would you say is the last like top tier defensive tackle that we've had?
I would say, without trying to be a homer, I would say.
I guess would you consider Wilkins a tackle or because I know he.
Well, I think he's like a hybrid, I would say, but he's better suited in a 4-3, not a 3-4. You know what I mean?
Right. Who would you say was like the best of like where he slots that we've ever had?
Defensive tackles, I would say there's two. The Samoan guy, Randy Starks is definitely up there. Randy Starks and what's his name? The guy from Mississippi. Bowens.
Like if we are all-time defense, who would the DTs be?
Yeah, definitely Bowens. Randy Starks is up there.
But those aren't as like clear cut of a name as like Thomas and Taylor and like Cameron.
Gardner.
Who?
Daryl Gardner.
Yeah.
And then you got the DBs that we had when we.
I want to put
Madison
Gardner as I would put him in the same category as Christian Wilkins. I want to put him in the Tim Bowens, Paul Soliai. There we go. And Tim Bowens, Randy Starks, and Paul Soliai. Those guys, I want to put Daryl Gardner or Christian Wilkins in that category. I would put him in the next tier.
Yeah. I'm really excited about Grant, man. I think like if he does, because we've needed that excitement. We had it with Christian Wilkins, kind of, but I always thought Christian Wilkins was kind of goofy, man. To be honest, like doing like the splits and the Power Ranger stuff and grabbing players nuts.
I think he was having fun, but like I said, but the thing about there's a difference between tiers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you call Christian Wilkins some kind of Power Ranger one day, bro. Like,
yeah, he loves Power Rangers, man.
Yeah, Colson also. Yeah, one thing about Daryl Gardner, unfortunately, the reason I don't put him in the elite tier, not because of talent, I think is because, unfortunately, when you're that big, he was built like an Adonis goddess. You know, he was like the guy was like made out of marble. Unfortunately, he couldn't stay healthy because of his size. But yeah, I think if he would have stayed healthy, he had the potential of a Tim Bowens or you know what I'm saying. But unfortunately, he didn't live to that billing.
So yeah, Drake Drake May threw 90% today. He made all
But the 6 rings comes in like Kramer with Patriots information.
Hey, so real quick, 6 rings. What do you think of Christian Wilkins coming to New England? He's from that area.
I don't know. Did he sign?
He's from there.
I don't.
I need to look at the depth chart.
Is that a joke? I didn't hear about
No,
that.
so Vrabel said he wants to talk to Wilkins about, because Wilkins got released or whatever by the Raiders.
Okay, why though? Was he injured or was it a buyout?
Okay. Long story short, he didn't rehab his injury properly. He should have got surgery early last year. Didn't get it till this offseason and didn't rehab it properly, so they're letting him go.
Yeah, and listen, one thing that
but he's
Antonio
just going to
Pierce
back up
was
beyond
saying
Milton
that
Williams and Keon White. Really
one thing Antonio Pierce made it clear when he was talking about Christian Wilkins. He says him and Max Crosby are the first and last ones to practice every day. So it's not like he's not a consummate. This is according to Antonio Pierce, that he's the first one in the room and in the building. Him and Max Crosby are the first ones to leave. First one to be there and last ones to leave. So,
well, if he wants to come for cheap,
you're right though. 6 rings. Like why sit Keon White behind someone when you guys need to be developing him, and you got Milton.
Well, no,
Williams.
we have Milton Williams, right? Then Keon White would probably be 2. Then he'd probably
exactly.
come here and be 2B or something.
Well, you got Josh Farmer too, the recent 4th rounder.
Right, he's also
Florida State. I've got high hopes for him.
And he's also there with Christian, right? Christian's there, and we have Christian Gonzalez, but that's what I mean. I don't think it fits for the Patriots.
Milton Williams, Keon White, Josh Farmer. Yeah, I mean he would be. Look, what's his name? Vrabel expressed interest in him. I haven't seen any other teams that were like they reported on the coaches like openly.
If he wants to come for cheap.
Yeah, well, that's the question. It's because he's suing. He's going to the NFLPA to sue to get.
Well, yeah, he's entitled. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know if he'll come.
But I don't want him to go somewhere in the AFC East. That's my thing. Like, I don't care if he's.
Also, Polk, he might get cut. They're not happy with him.
Who?
Jalen Polk, our 2nd round pick.
Well, you guys got a whole bunch of those guys that like.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Easily
so Christian Wilkins is from Springfield, Massachusetts.
I've been meaning to ask a Patriots fan. What do you think about Javon Baker, the receiver from UCF that you guys?
I mean, we have a lot of them. We have like the Mario Douglas.
So he probably didn't even make the active roster last year.
No, the Mario Douglas.
No, Javon Baker.
No, he was there. He was there for a bit.
He was a dog at UCF.
And Booty too. Everyone.
Wilson also says, according to the Raiders, Christian Wilkins wasn't rehabbing. Yep, that's what Joe Rist said. So.
Yeah, it sounds like he fucked up on the timing of when to get the surgery because he thought he was going to be able to just, I could say, walk it off. But also I don't know what the detail is of like why he hasn't been rehabbing properly. Like, did they catch him like skipping around at Disney or something, or like what?
So what are your thoughts about Tua and what he said about the team?
Who?
Tua.
About Tyreek.
Tyreek Hill. Yeah, he said the team doesn't trust him.
Or like that he's still got like something to prove to everyone.
Yeah, I think
he said
the
trust.
No, they don't trust him. Yeah.
It's not that they don't trust him, but it's that he has to rebuild the trust, which I guess you could. I don't know. I'm not digging into it too much. I think the media is trying to create something.
I mean, man, it's been a drought for the Dolphins. Like, what can they do to win the playoff game?
Well, it's been a drought.
It's the record, I think, in the NFL. You guys have gone almost.
Well, it's also like when you look at the fact that that division has been run by your team for like 20 years,
and the Bills by like
immediately the Bills right after. It's definitely helpful to win your division to get a playoff win. It's massively.
But why haven't they been able to get in at least 1 year?
Get in. We've only made it like 5 times in that span.
Yeah, and win the playoff game. Why can't they win a playoff game?
Because if you look at the last like 5 playoff games that we've gone to and lost, there's usually like a huge indicator of why. It's like Tua going to the Super Bowl winning Chiefs.
Well, yeah,
I knew they were going to lose that one.
We were going to get duked on. The one in Buffalo, we were going to get duked on.
No, here's the thing. They beat Buffalo in Buffalo that year too. So,
no, like we haven't had the card. Like it hasn't even been like
close
to us having
we beat the Chiefs.
And you know what's funny is back to back. Before we went to Patriots, if you look at the Buffalo game, we made the playoffs. I'm not talking about getting our but we made the playoffs. No, we actually looked into that one because we needed the Patriots to the Patriots lost to Buffalo.
Yeah.
And
the
Patriots lost to Buffalo. And if Patriots would have beaten Buffalo, we wouldn't have made the playoffs. But anyway, listen, we made the playoffs because Buffalo won. And so we went to Buffalo with our starting quarterback out. And that's what happened with the time before that. We went to Pittsburgh. We made the playoffs, and Ryan Tannehill was injured. We had to go with Matt Moore. So the last 2 times before the Kansas City game, we made the playoffs, and the backup had to play both those playoff games.
Yeah, every time we get in,
Skylar Thompson.
It's not
we
even
beat
close.
the Chiefs, that's a pretty big win for us.
What do you mean?
When we beat the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Oh, in 20 what was that, 18?
18, and then Rex just ran through the defense to win the game.
Talking about Brian Flores.
Was that Mahomes? Was that like one of his early years? Was that
early years? Yeah, I think it was his sophomore.
Yeah, that was. As a matter of fact, that was his MVP season. He won an MVP. He was a rookie the year before. He played maybe 1 game. He rested and then his sophomore he played. And then what happened? I do recall that year because he had his MVP his second season, but unfortunately, towards the end of the season, Kareem Hunt got into some legal issues and got released from the team, and that offense was never the same when they cut Kareem Hunt from the team.
I mean, we've had some pretty average running backs. Tom Brady's helped. Like Sony Michel got a game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Who else? What's the other one? James White
got
Antoine
a winning touchdown. That's about it.
But James White was a good pass catcher out the back.
He was good, yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. Tom Brady, he helped build a lot of guys.
When was the last time we were favored for a playoff win? or even close to like 50%?
It wasn't. I'll tell you what. It wasn't against Baltimore. I'll never forget. We had 2 games. The 2 against Baltimore. One was the Wildcat season. We got our asses kicked, and before that game was blacked out.
That was Flacco's
I remember
year,
I used to
right?
be a
Was that Flacco's year?
Huh?
Was that Flacco's year when he had a perfect playoff series?
When what?
When Baltimore won with Flacco, Joe Flacco.
Thanks, Kosa. No,
that was when was that?
When we lost to Baltimore, that was like in the early 2000s.
Early, okay, so that wasn't him.
Yeah, I remember. Dave Wanstead. Put it this way: Dave Wanstead was the before the Wildcat. Dave Wanstead was the head coach, and we had Thurman Thomas as the running back.
Yeah, so my bite's the Dolphins. So, do you guys think Dan Marino's the greatest quarterback you've had?
As far as playing the game,
in general, like your greatest quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Well,
I keep forgetting.
I would say I want to say okay. There's two ways you can look at it. There's quarterback and then there's passer. Dan Marino is the better passer. I would say quarterback as far as the whole position. You got to give it to you got to give it to Greasy. As far
So
as
if we were to build a dream team today and you had to pick a starting QB,
like your greatest quarterback, whatever you want to.
I would pick Marino personally. I know what you're saying.
Over Greasy, yeah.
Yeah.
But why? But I don't get that though. Greasy's your Finals MVP.
Well, actually, it wasn't Greasy. It was the guy. It was the guy who wore.
No,
the
the second year,
13.
the first year, he won one.
Yeah, but he wasn't the first year. It was number 13, Scott. Jake Scott
but he won
was
Super Bowl MVP.
Jake Scott was the first Super Bowl MVP.
There were other things about that team that got them to the Super Bowl and got the Super Bowl win. Where Marino, if he was on that team, they would have cooked for the same. The league.
It was the perfect season. That's historic.
Well, here's the thing too. A lot of people sleep on Paul Warfield. Paul Warfield was one of those wide receivers that was able to take the top off. So what happens is if you try to shut down Greasy and those other guys, Paul Warfield was having a field day.
Yeah, the game kind of revolutionized around Marino.
I know, and then I wish Curtis Martin stayed. I hate That's why I hate the Jets. I hate them.
Yeah, I remember those Curtis Martin, Wayne Corbett days with the Jets. Because I grew up in Jersey, so it was a lot of Jets fans around.
I hate them, man. I hate them.
You would see Corbett jerseys.
They took one of the best running backs of all time, and he never got a playoff touchdown.
Yeah.
One of the greatest running backs. He gave
that was us with Ricky. That we had Ricky, and we never made the playoffs with him. That was an absolute animal.
I mean, he gave you guys 17,000 yards, 100 touchdowns. 100. That's better than Gronk. 10.
How do you know these stats? So, off the top of your head.
Curtis Martin's one of my favorite players, and I hate the Jets ever since.
Yeah.
I hate them. They call it the blue pill or something, or the green pill, and we couldn't match his contract because we didn't have money. And at that time,
back when the market mattered.
And at that time, the Patriots, they weren't this mega team.
Yeah.
They were, the Patriots were 0-3 in the finals at one point.
What? You mean the Super Bowl?
And the AFL. We lost the AFL finals.
Oh, the championship.
Right. We lost that one. Then we lost again in 85 to those Bears.
Didn't they lose one with Bledsoe?
Yes, we did. I was getting to that. That's the Packers.
With the Packers against.
That's right.
That puts us 0-3.
Did the Patriots release their rivalry uniforms?
That's November. They previewed it. November or something.
But did they show what it's going to look like? Or
they didn't show. They teased it. But
when are they going to? Oh, they're going to wait all the way until it's
week
time
5.
So the Dolphins are releasing theirs in 1 month.
August 28th.
I'm fired up. I love that.
Are they going to change the colors, you think, or are they usually the same?
Where the rumor is we're getting a dark black or charcoal kind of color jersey.
Ours
which
is going to be like, the Vikings, how they did that snow white color?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like that.
I think it's going to be what their logo is right now for social media.
By the way, I looked it up.
My logo.
We had two Super Bowl. We had two Super Bowl MVPs. The first one was Jake Scott, and the second one was Larry Zonka.
Yeah.
No, I thought the quarterback was the Super Bowl MVP.
No, Larry Zonka was, I believe.
I just googled it right now. Jake Scott was the first. Larry Zonka was the second.
Ollie, happy Friday.
Definitely happy Friday. It's payday.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, what I was going to say was in regards to those jerseys, by the way, on the 28th, if you watch the teaser, the logo looks different and it's a different color. I like that logo. I hope that's what's on the helmet, to be honest.
We can't show that on here, right?
I don't
No,
know. The
you can
Miami
show
Dolphins
pictures.
teased it. I think you could do that. You could also show a picture. You can snapshot it or whatever.
I think you
Yeah.
can show a picture. I don't think that'll hurt. You know, you're not.
No.
Yeah, I was trying because the jersey like drop. What is it? It drops into the ocean and then it's like sinking.
Ours dropped in snow, so I'm assuming it's gonna be like the
Oh,
Vikings.
it was similar,
one
huh?
jersey.
You guys did like a similar teaser.
When you watch the one that is the Patriots and it's dropped in snow, I want to say like it kind of almost looks like you might get like a super light blue, to be honest, like a super light one.
That would be sick.
To be honest, but for us, I think ours is gonna have like a dark, like almost like a dark gray with aqua. That's what I think ours
No,
is
but
gonna
they
be.
showed the white jersey in the preview.
Yeah, what's funny is I'm looking at the rivalry jerseys and all I'm seeing is the Vice City shirts, the Heat. Vice
That's
City.
what I think.
Yeah.
It's Vice.
No, they already kind
of
of came out and said it's not going to be the Vice City, by the way. And what
Yeah.
you see in the teasers, those aren't the actual jerseys. Those were just kind of teasing you, and it kind of gave you the idea that it's going to be changing. That's what that was for.
Well, back when they first said that they were going to do this new uniform, people were confidently pulling concepts drawings from like a few years ago.
Then they
and
injured Drew Bledsoe,
yeah.
and I can go on and on why I hated the Jets.
But
Why-
Ollie, you're making your prediction that it's going to be dark gray with aqua.
That's what I think. It's either going to be black with aqua or a really dark gray with aqua.
I think
For
it's going to
yours or
be.
ours?
I think
Ours,
it's gonna be similar,
the Miami Dolphins.
I think it's going to be like
ours
a
is
black
gonna
or
be
dark
white.
gray
I think
with
it's gonna be like
the
a
electric
snow.
field, like my logo right now. I think that's why the team has that social media all the way from the schedule release and forward. I think it's all tied to the uniform.
Now, the jersey that we saw that the Pittsburgh Steelers released, is that just their alternate jersey? It's not the rival jersey, right?
No, because they're not one of the divisions. Are they? It was.
But I'm gonna buy one. I can't
It
wait.
was NFC North and AFC East, I think.
The reason why I was inquiring is if you look at the jersey and the marketing material, it looks like they have like a soccer team logo in the back, like a European style soccer team logo in the back.
Yeah.
And it reminds me specifically of Borussia Dortmund, right? So if you check out their jerseys and then you look at that, you're like, oh my God, it's the same. I'm wondering if there's a thing with the NFL with these alternate jerseys that they're trying to like placate to the international crowd. Because the Ravens jersey that's all white with the purple and gold, that kind of reminds me of like a Real Madrid type of to be honest.
So yeah, so Ollie, I didn't realize this, but the whole division and the NFC West is doing similar drops. Like they all have the same like style video that just came out today. But the other ones, like the Browns and the Steelers, those are just, I think, alternate uniforms that they're coming out with.
Come on, Joe. What's going on?
Saints did too.
Come on, Joe.
Definitely.
I'm excited. I didn't realize that like every team did a uniform drop. I need to go watch all those now.
I'm kind of liking the uniform drops. I hope we do it every year, to be honest, for limited uniforms.
I got higher hopes for this. I got way higher hopes than the color rush.
That jersey should not be retired by the Jets. I hate the Jets. Every time I think about
I'm probably if it is what you described, Ollie, or what I'm predicting, I'm definitely gonna buy a jersey.
Oh, I'm gonna definitely buy a jersey. If they do the Miami Vice with the pink, I don't know if I can do that.
No, I don't think it's gonna do
But
because
that's it. I'm going to
FIU did
Miami
it.
in a few weeks, and that's like your colors, man. Why? Those are sick.
FIU did black and white Vice jerseys, and I think they look cool, but they're kind of cheesy at the same time.
Did you guys see the Packers ripped off the University of Illinois?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out. I couldn't remember who did that. I thought it was Notre Dame, but you're right. It was Illinois.
Yeah, it was Illinois. They had the same exact helmets. The uniforms are virtually the same uniform. It's the very same. They are pretty nice. I like it. It's cool, but it's just
I like the new the Saints came out with two alternates. They have these alternate white helmets, and then they also have like a alternate.
See, the Jets, they do nothing original. It's just like Gotham covers. They do that every year.
What's that?
No, the Jet. I hate the Jets. The fan base makes my blood boil.
Six rings sounds like me with the Bills. I hate the Bills like that.
No, I can't. After what they did, Curtis Smart was one of my favorite players. He should have won a Super Bowl. He gave that franchise everything, and they couldn't even get in. They couldn't get him a touchdown in the playoffs. And every time I see that number retired up there and how he's on the Jets Mount Rushmore, it makes me sick. Makes me throw up. So I remind them every time. When we got Darrelle Revis, I remind them all the time. I tell them he needs Brady.
So Ali, what do you think about the Christian Wilkins stuff? I don't know if I've heard your thoughts on it.
So where I'm at with it is I think they really were just getting out of the deal, trying to get money back because I think that they're looking at they have a whole different regime now, right? They have a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new everything. I kind of think like they're trying to get out of what the previous regime got them into, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to my man Lewis in the building. What's going on, Lou? Hope you're all well, man.
So you think he's got a case to get his guaranteed money?
It depends how he can argue it. A lot of players get it, I think he'll get it.
This is what I looked up. I found out that, yes, a team that asks players to have a certain surgery, the player does have the right to refuse it, right? Mm-hmm. But that team also has the right to void and can't, release the player for doing it.
Right.
For not doing it. So they have the right to do it, but it's unheard of. You don't see it at this magnitude, especially after signing him, a year ago or something like that?
Because I was making the comparison because remember the year Ryan Tannehill we had to get Jay Cutler out of retirement.
Yeah,
we could have did that to Ryan Tannehill because he says, I'm not going to get the surgery. I'm going to do it holistically, whatever.
Yeah,
and that's why his freaking knee turned to rubbish because he didn't get the surgery. He got it holistically done. And the first day of training camp, he freaking got a non-contact injury, and we got to freaking get Jake Cutler out of retirement for like $10 million. So if the Dolphins really wanted to, they could have cut Ryan Tannehill then and there if they choose to.
And here's the other thing. The reason I think he's going to get money is because of this. One thing about Christian Wilkins and the reason he was holding out so much is he's very, very smart when it comes to money. That's why he held out with us and didn't accept any offer, even though we upped the offers, right? Mm-hmm. He's so smart with money. He's smart with contracts and everything like that. I know people, outside of here have talked about it. You may have heard about it on The Collective yesterday, if you guys watched that show or not, with Omar Kelly and TD and Doug and everybody. He's super smart. He's very well connected. He's a real straight up professional. So he knows what's what. He knows what the in between the lines mean, when it comes to contracts. That he honestly, I think, knows that he can get money out of this one way or another. I think what will end up happening is they'll go to an arbitrator or whatever, and then end up becoming a settlement where they give him half of his money to him, that they still owe him. So that's what I think is going to end up happening. Now, for people want to know, should he come here to the Dolphins? No. We need to focus on what we have. We need to give Zach Seiler a contract before we re-sign Wilkins, right? Give him money, and let our guys here develop. We have Biggers. We have what's his name, Phillips. We got Kenny G. We really need to develop those guys. I don't want anything that's going to stunt their development. That's where I'm at with it.
And not to mention, if he didn't come to us for the low the first time, he's not going to come for us in the low the second time either.
Yeah, I mean that's a good point because like if you're okay, you're over 30 now, right? You know teams are kind of going to be questioning mark this whole situation. You're probably going to want to take a contract for a team that's definitely going to be in the contention to win it. No offense to our own team. I love our team, but we have question marks up and down right now. We don't have any room to say we're in it to win it right this moment. Right. You know what I'm saying?
No, you know what? You do have a good team on paper.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But question marks.
Jermaine is right. Wilkins is only 29. He's not even. He's going to be 30 in December. So.
Now, you know what? If he wants to come on
a cheap deal to the Patriots,
6 rings. We don't have a good team on paper. We have a good team made out of paper.
Look. I'll say this.
You see two Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle.
For me, the question marks on our team. We have some pieces built. I'll agree.
That's one thing we have to give to.
Our Madden ratings are probably going to be through the roof.
Yeah, but hey, I agree with Madden. I agree with Vonjo. I think, like I said, I think he's going to go to. He's going to go to the Patriots.
Isn't he a Patriot fan anyway? I heard he was.
He grew up in Springfield, Massachusetts.
There you go. That's probably where he'll end up.
Look, and he'll probably go for cheap. He'll come for cheap.
Bro, is it true he only played 6 games?
Yeah, he played 5 games.
5 games. 5 games. 5 games in 2 years.
5 games? 5 games?
Not getting the surgery. Like, why not just?
You guys want to sign a guy who we thought was going to be the salt and pepper to salt, and now you want a guy who only played 5 games in 2 years?
Oh, hold up. In that 2-year span, there's only been 1 season, though. So in 1 season, he only had 5 games. The second season of the
how? No.
Yeah, it's definitely buyer's remorse from I almost said Oakland, Las Vegas. It's definitely buyer's remorse.
Look, for me, it's this.
They have a lot of
and
that.
I think he's going to come for very cheap.
Yeah, because because Raiders are going to pay him. He doesn't have to sign the biggest contract. Look, here's where it comes down to. This is what it comes down to. Pete Carroll came in-house. He's clearing house. Look, they brought in the QB that they didn't have. I still don't think that's the answer, right? I still think that if I'm the Raiders, if I'm their GM, I'm building my team in a way that's going to make me flexible for 2027. Because 2027,
they don't want to win. They want to win the bad
2027. It's Arch Manning. It's Arch Manning, and that's what people are going to be going for. There's already talks about the Browns. That's what they're doing.
Be a dangerous team in 2 years.
I agree, Ali. Whoever gets Arch Manning is going to have to pay a king's ransom if they don't have that pick.
Yeah, and by cutting him now, right? That's like what, 40-some million off the cap?
No, they have to pay something.
I'm talking about in 2027. You won't have that cap hit, is what I'm saying.
It depends how far they extend the contract out.
So they'll have Jaunty, Manning, and Bowers as their.
They're not guaranteed to be a bad team like that either.
Plug in pretty much any team set into that.
Can we at least wait and for other teams to make cuts by preseason at least before we start like prematurely starting to bring everybody home?
They're gonna be that bad.
I don't want to bring people home anymore, Cap for Life. I want us to actually develop the youth that you've drafted that you haven't used. Find some home. You want to find a home for somebody? Find a home for Channing Tindall, goddammit. Right? Find a home for Cam Smith. Because we got these guys here. We keep signing these 2nd-round picks, 3rd-round picks, and they don't do shit.
Yeah, they hang out. They basically had guaranteed contracts because they hang out for so many years.
Yeah, they're collecting. Do you know we've paid Channing Tindall for 3 years of doing nothing?
Yeah.
Doing nothing.
That's why I didn't freak out about the whole 2nd-round pick guaranteed money thing. It's like they get it anyway when they're in Miami.
To be honest, 2nd-round picks generally they actually get paid for their full contract. It's very rare that you see them, very. I mean, there's been a couple, but it's been extreme circumstances.
Nobody wants to look dumb cutting a 2nd-round pick.
Actually, the Patriots, we might cut our 2nd-round pick, Jalen Polk.
Well, you guys have that was from a few years ago, right? That
No,
was
last year. He's
on-
second. He's going to his sophomore year.
wait, and he's already that deep in the depth chart.
He's that deep.
Who do you
He
guys
wasn't even
have?
at practice today.
Who do you guys have? Hold it. Diggs. Why is Douglas that high up on the depth chart?
We're
Why
pretty
is he
high on
above?
him, you know.
Why is he above
No,
Kedron
he's
Bourne?
Wide receiver, right?
You guys still got
receiver,
Bourne?
yeah.
Yeah, they all right.
He's
So
Do
they
you
got,
have, don't you have Williams over there? I heard Williams is
yeah,
doing good.
Kyle,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
So
he's
here's who they
there.
got.
He's
They got
projected to be a
Tyler-
wide
Tayshaun Moody,
receiver, too.
Stephon Diggs,
He had
Demario
he's
Douglas,
getting one-handed catches
Mac
2 days
Hollins,
in a row.
Kyle Williams, Kendrick Bourne, John Baker.
You know what? You know what would really solidify it for me, for your team, in my opinion, because this man wants a contract now.
Lord of
Scary Terry goes there, bro. That offense is going to be something.
Last year, we were talking about that, but I don't know if I want to pay him.
Bro, and they haven't signed him yet, right? And they've been giving him a hard time too, right?
Here's the tight end.
He said he even said either give me a contract or
He's
trade
not
me.
showing. He didn't show up. It's not good. It doesn't look good.
I'm telling you right. Oh, and by the way, you're welcome, 6 rings for Trevion Henderson. If you want to know anything about Trevion Henderson, feel free to
Why are you
ask me.
telling us we're welcome?
Well, his the other guy, he's smarter pick than the other running back.
First of all, Trevion Henderson went to Ohio State. Ohio State's my favorite college team. I've watched him since even before he played for Ohio State. So
Really, watching that much?
What?
Yeah, our second round pick.
Yes, he's really good. And also check out his pass blocking skills as well. He's really good at it.
You know, I like Genty. I liked him a lot.
You guys picked the right Ohio State running back.
I wouldn't say.
we should have
I
gone
wouldn't
with
say
Genty,
that.
man.
Yes, the guy made a big mistake, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Ollie,
Oh,
if we
Genty,
moved
the
on
Raiders
from Tyreek Hill, would you be pounding the table for the Ohio State receiver?
Which one? If I had to say it again, that's the question one more time.
Let's say we move on from Tyreek, and we've still got Waddle, but we still need to fill that other wide receiver position.
Oh, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter who we have on this team. I'm going Jeremiah Smith all day long. I do not care. No one can stop me from saying that.
So you think he's like, because every year I brought this up the other day. Every year there's a Ohio State wide receiver, an Alabama receiver, and an LSU receiver and Texas that are nasty like every single year. And it seems like they get better and better and better each year. It's like, yeah, they're better than the last guy, then JSN, better than so this guy is going to be better than the one who just got drafted by the Bucks.
He's already better than Mbuka. In fact, speaking of Mbuka, I'm glad you brought that up. There was an interview with Baker Mayfield, and he said that Mbuka is the real deal. Like he's so unbelievable over there. He was saying that usually with younger receivers, you got to kind of coach them to be grounded because they like to jump up a lot. It's the same thing that we complain about what Waddle does. He jumps to catch the ball rather than just letting the ball land in his hands. He doesn't have to do that with Mbuka. Mbuka naturally stays grounded and grabs the ball like so naturally. It's not even funny. There's like a lot of positive stuff there. In fact, I think it was Baker Mayfield that said that don't be surprised if he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's what he said.
And he's wide receiver 3, which is crazy.
Yeah. So that will be surprising about. I think that's a good spot for him. I think the Bucks was a good team for him to go to. But Jeremiah Smith is that's who I want to draft in the next year or two.
And would that be in an environment with or without Hill? Or
I don't care who's here. Miami needs to do whatever they can to get that man.
Yeah. Well, he
Why
wouldn't
don't
be.
you guys go for what Scary Terry?
Get him, the spotlight that he deserves.
You guys should go for Scary Terry.
We don't want Scary Terry. Scary Terry is what, 31? I think you guys would be doing good with him. He would help. He can help develop Williams, and he
I
can
don't
also
think he's the right
bring
pick.
locker
No,
room
I don't
together.
think he's the right fit.
I think May is going to be a bust. I think everyone's a little too excited about him.
No, he won a Pro Bowl. He won the Pro Bowl.
You guys, by the way, you guys don't want to know what my thoughts on Genty are. I'll tell you what it is. My thoughts are that he's giving me Melvin Gordon vibes, to be honest.
Well, that was one of his comps, wasn't it?
I think it was one of his comps, but if you actually look at the numbers, like the stats, like stat to stat, it's kind of scary.
Like
They
an
have,
overuse, a short career type of thing.
yeah, like he was. If you look at the stat for stat, they had almost the same amount of carries, almost the same amount of yards, almost the same amount of touchdowns, and everything.
Throwing to John more than they threw to Gordon.
Gordon was like the hottest thing that year. Like everyone said, "Oh, this guy's a beast," and blah 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 blah. And now look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. The only one that's like overuse proof is Derrick Henry.
he's that
Now
unicorn.
him, that's the guy the Patriots. That's the guy. Now that's the guy the Patriots should go get. Derrick Henry.
No,
He's retiring a Raven, bro. I don't think that guy goes anywhere.
and he's going to retire on top too. Like I don't
Put him with Trayvon Henderson.
Derrick Henry, by the way, he's probably set to break some career rushing records this year. I had written a whole bunch of them down for like QBs and receivers and stuff going, and defensive players that are going to be setting some cool records. I forgot where I put the list.
Supposedly, we might be cutting Madison, by the way.
Who? Oh, the running back.
Yeah, I don't know who we would. I thought we would keep 4 running backs, but
Well, if Ingold's got a spot on the team and we like end up keeping a stable of those goofy tight ends, then yeah, that could bump
actually,
it up.
this makes kind of sense because if we keep Ingold, right, that means we're keeping more than our usual tight ends. And
So do you guys have a fullback?
yes, and Ingold. Ingold is our fullback.
So is he more like a running back or
Conyers,
what is
man.
he?
Conyers and Armstrong. I'm waiting to hear some news. I want to know what they're like.
So
Well-
is he more a running back or is he more a tight end? Like what does he do?
He's Ingold. He can do both, really. He's your glorified fullback, basically.
But what's his
Like-
strength though? Is he more on the running back?
Blocking.
He's low key. Hey, he's low key alignment, bro.
He doesn't
Yeah,
get that many
lineman.
touches. He's
But he
yeah.
can catch every once in a while. Like he does like some good sideline work, to be honest.
Yeah, he's good for like 1 to 2 carries and 1 to 2 catches a game.
So not much. He doesn't do much.
Lead blocking is his main role.
Lead
in
block.
that
So I guess his role is more
Yeah,
protect the
it's
quarterback.
kind of like McDaniel's like secret sauce to the running plays and screens and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which like I've always kind of felt like it occupies a roster spot when we could have like a wider range of receivers. Or
No,
in
we
addition-
had a good one. Devlin always was on. Devlin always made it. He was a good running back. He was a good mix.
But
I
still,
miss those days, man.
fullback guy. Like you guys had a very pro fullback coach in New England.
Oh, man, I miss those days.
Joe, let me ask you a quick question. Would you, given the opportunity, and let's say we had a top 10 draft pick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Drew Adler dropped to you, would you pull the trigger?
Drew Aller, I'm high on, but it's going to depend on how he does the season in the big games in the college football playoffs. That's what I want to see. I'm really like fast forwarding to college football playoff.
So,
performance
The reason I'm not going to look at that, to be honest. Oh, you look at the guys that are the top guys now. Outside of Jalen Hurts, none of them were in the college football playoff. To be honest.
Well, it's more about like the match, like the big game
One of my
matchups.
favorite
Although, like
quarterbacks.
that
My
Ohio
buddy's an
State
Eagles
game.
fan.
Like,
Jalen Hurts is so underrated.
Who's on Penn State's schedule this year? They don't have like a huge amount of.
I want to say I think they have like the bitch schedule. 1 second, I'll tell you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like I think they don't play Ohio State at all, do they?
I believe they do, but just hold on.
It's early. You know what? It's early. I'm gonna pull it up.
Harry, I got it in front of me. I'll tell you in a second. So their game 1 is Nevada. Then they play FIU. And then they play Villanova. Those are their 3 non-conference games, right?
Right.
Then after that, they got Oregon. That's a good game.
Yeah, but
UC
what does
is
Oregon
so
actually
good.
look like this year? Is Oregon like Oregon, or are they?
Yeah, it'll be a big question which Oregon that shows up. Their strongest game is against Ohio State. Maybe Nebraska gives them a run for their money because I'm betting Nebraska shows up this year. To be honest,
I'm big on Indiana as well. I know they've always been kind of dumpy in that conference, but I like what their coach is doing, and they got Fernando Mendoza.
Organization around. I agree with that.
Hey, I'm excited for football, man. It's the only sport I really watch.
So, Ollie, that was my point. Is like they don't really have too many big games, so that's why I forgot they were playing Ohio State. So that's going to be kind of like the test. Like I've seen plenty from Aller in the other games, but like
who's that player on Cincinnati that they don't want signed? The defensive end.
They signed him. He signed him as of today. He agreed. Oh. They gave him fully guaranteed contract with better terms, essentially.
Is that their rookie?
Yeah, they finally signed him as
they had another defensive end.
Oh, you're talking about Hendrickson.
Yes, I think so.
Hendrickson, he left the state. He went to Jacksonville. He's pissed because they don't want to give him the more than just a 1-year guarantee.
They just gave the money to the rookie, no?
Yeah, they just gave
the money to the rookie.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay, man. That team doesn't want to pay. I don't get it.
They've always been like that. That's their MO.
They have elite wide receivers.
Who are the other QBs that are available? Have the Clemson QB, has he already been drafted, and LSU's QB?
Let me tell you about
QBs. I'm assuming Manning's not going out next year, and it'll be Aller, Kubnik, and Nussmeier as like the big three.
Yeah, I'll tell you in 1 second who they are. All right, so there's Drew Aller, Cade Klubnik from Clemson, Nussmeier from LSU, which I kind of think Nussmeier might be the number 1 overall pick, possibly. He's good. He's really good. I like him.
You can't sleep on LSU QBs at all.
Arch Manning, but I'm telling you right now, I believe Arch Manning is going to play his full 4 years. I don't think he's going to come out early. And Carson Beck.
He has the money. He can dictate where he wants to go.
Yeah, Carson Beck, I don't think is going to be a top first-round pick at all. And then you also have Nico.
I think he'll go in the first round.
Guy that just transferred. I don't think he's going to be anything either.
I'm not high on him
either.
For football reasons.
Right now, out of the names, I would take Drew Aller. I mean, if Nussmeier fell to us somehow, I would pull the trigger, to be honest. That's just me.
But you think Aller's like third of those three?
So let's say the Patriots are bad. Do they take a quarterback?
Say that again. Say it again.
If the Patriots are bad.
It depends on if that's because of May or not. I
don't think. I don't think
again top 3.
I think you're probably
top 3 pick.
I think
and they go 4-13.
Yeah, I think you just have a rookie season. That's all I think it is. Hey guys, I'll be right back. I got to step away for a moment.
Yeah, there's a lot of good QBs coming out of college.
No, I'm different. If Arch Manning falls to the Patriots and they have that chance, do they take him over Drake?
Oh, I think anyone does, but I think any team that doesn't have the first overall pick is going to have to sell the farm to get that pick. It's going to be a historic.
So let's say hypothetically you're the Patriots or you're the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Are you going?
Let's say let's say it's the Dolphins, and we're in a spot where we can dump Tua, and we have the 10th pick overall or something, or 8th pick, and we need to maneuver up to the first round.
What if you can? What if he's just there and Tua's there? You still take him, right?
Well, if Arch is going 1 of 1, I think regardless of whatever year he comes out, unless he has just a bad college career, but to maneuver up to that 1 spot to get Arch the year he does come out, I think is going to take like 3 to 4 first-round picks.
I think the Patriots do. If they're there and Arch is there, they'll take him over Drake.
Historic. It's going to be a historic trade to maneuver up to that spot to get Manning. And yeah, I think if they were in that bad of a spot where they were picking early enough, or wanting to move up to pick, they would easily replace May with him.
Yeah, my buddy said the same thing. He said they would get rid of Drake. He'd get rid of him right away. Or he'd
I
be
think
wide
most
or
teams just on the
quarterback too.
gamble alone. I mean, look, from a business side, it makes sense for any team to go and try to get Manning, just for the hype,
I would
for
too.
the ticket
I take
sales, for everything. But like,
Drake
just
May
for
would
the
have to go to
risk
quarterback too or
as
get
well.
traded. You have to go too. I don't care if Arch is there. He's bad. This bad again. Drake,
Who
if
did you
he's
guys
that bad.
have after before Mac? Was there someone before Mac Jones? After Brady?
Joshua. Before Mac Jones, it was what's his name? Cam Newton.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Cam Newton year.
And then we just had Brady for so long.
Well, you know, I was
Precedent that we had a quarterback for.
I think it was Wikipedia that I was on. I was looking at like the divisional winners by year, and if you look at it, it was like all the blocks were colored like red for Bills, blue for Patriots, teal for Dolphins, and green for Jets. And there's like these huge that you see like this 5-block wide stretch of the Bills, the red for the Bill or whatever the color they had, and then you start scrolling up.
Dominated the last 5 years.
It's just this constant stream
It's all
of the Patriots blue, and it's like you guys won the division 5 times in a row, like 5 times. You did what the Bills are doing now so many times in that
5
period.
times over, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when you think, and like in perspective,
It was tough, man.
Hate the Patriots like massively in comparison to the Bills, even though the Bills have won 5 straight. It just doesn't compare to the damage that was done.
No, because they can't beat the Chiefs.
The Patriots are the real reason why we
If
haven't
the Bills
won
won 3 Super Bowls straight, like it would be the same. And the Bills.
Patriots are the real culprits.
Well, no.
They ran our division for so long that we never even came close to having a fair shot at winning a playoff game. It was only recently that we made
Tom Brady, then Gronk. We had some good players.
Yeah. It's dominance. I mean, there's
Brady made
been
them
nothing like it in the NFL history. I don't think there's been anything like that reign. Even like when the Steelers
some reigns if you go back.
when
The Browns
the Cowboys were
the
really
Browns
good.
won 4 in a row. They were in like the
No.
AFL.
I'm saying what the Patriots did, winning
But wait,
the division.
the Browns didn't.
I'm gonna throw these away. They're
Right.
literal rot.
You know the Browns won 4 in a row. They won something. What was it? AAFL or something?
I'm gonna look at that spree when the Patriots basically had Brady. I'm gonna see.
So
how
you're
many,
saying before they merged with the NFL, the Browns
Yeah, the
won
Browns won
4
4 in
Super
a
Bowls in a
row.
row? So
Yeah,
you're
the
saying they
Browns
won
won 4 in a
4
row.
Super Bowls in a row before they merged
They're not
with the
Super Bowls,
NFL.
but they're
The equivalent.
Okay, here it is. I'm back at the page again.
well. Some people say it's not equivalent. Some people say it's a little lower. I don't know.
Yeah, so from 2000, you could really say from 2001. Yeah, from 2001 to 2019, the Patriots they didn't win the division twice. It was 2002 with the Jets.
But we can say from
2008
1946 to
when the
19.
Dolphins won it. So that's a 2001 to 2019 is an 18-year period where they won 16, the division 16 of those 18 years.
The Browns was longer. The Browns went from 46 to 64.
That's the same length.
Think about that. The Cleveland Browns did that. Everyone shits on them. They don't like them. But when you look back, the Browns, Patriots almost.
Yeah.
Oh, they had Jim Brown, bro.
People don't recognize it because it's.
But there weren't
AAFL
as many
and
teams,
merged.
right? There were only like a handful of teams.
But they still dominated for 20 years. Winning division title after division title, it's a nightmare, that team. When you actually think about them.
Yeah, that's so far back that like the sport wasn't even the same. This is like modern era NFL that the
And
Patriots
think about
had.
the Chicago Bears. Them too.
The Bears
Chicago
was
from, like,
yeah,
19
in the
19 to like 19 1960, bro. They dominated.
Let's see. Yeah, but that's not even. I mean, you're
Like
going
1920 to
merger.
like 1965, 85 even. That was a merger,
Yeah, I mean,
but still, they done for almost 60
Dolphins.
years. That team dominated. They won.
If you look at the Dolphins from 71
Jesus.
to 85, that's a 14-year period. They won it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10 times out of those 14. So that was like a good run, right? But it still doesn't compare to 16 of 18. That's crazy. I don't know any.
Can look at the Chicago Bears.
Which period though? Which
The Chicago
18
Bears
years?
were worse.
Let me see.
Yeah, it was more. It was like 1920 to like 1985. The Bears dominated. People say the Patriots were bad. God, they don't know what the Browns.
Let's see. Let's go.
The Super Bowls, that's the problem.
Which era of the Bears? Because the Bears in the 80s, it was 84
I don't
to
know, man. They were around like the 20s and stuff.
yeah. So the 20s. Oh, okay.
Go back. I don't know, but I know they won 8 NFL titles.
Yeah, you're talking about 1932 to like 19. When they were the Chicago Staleys, they won a championship in 1921. Then 10 years later is when they won another one, and that was 32. They were the Chicago Bears, and then 33 they won one, and then 34 they lost the championship, but in their 13-0 season. These are like the George Halas years. But they didn't have
the NFL recognized it though?
They didn't have what I'm saying, to my point, they didn't have a span where it was like winning every single year out of that stretch. They had like a few good years in the 30s, a few good years in the 40s.
They won championships galore, man.
Yeah, they won a lot of championships, but
they won a lot of divisions.
I'm saying division dominance. They did 1940 to 1943. They won 4 years in a row, but after that they were in second place in their division, right? So I'm saying like there wasn't like a stretch like the Patriots have from that time period.
Why doesn't the NFL recognize that much?
Well, it was pre-merger, and plus the game's modernized so
why
much.
don't they recognize it though? They should, like the Packers and the Bears have three-peats, but they always say they're looking for the first three-peat in Super Bowl in NFL history. Doesn't make sense.
It was pre-merger.
Yeah, pre-merger, but it's happened. They say in the history of the NFL, they're looking for the first three-peat.
When did they three-peat though? Because the Bears did 1940, 1941, but 42 they lost. 43
okay, maybe
they
the Packers, the Browns did, and the Packers did. Sorry, the Browns and the Packers.
Let me look it up.
Packers, I know the Packers did for sure, and the Browns did for sure, but the NFL doesn't recognize it.
Yeah. Okay, the Browns is what you're talking about. That's what it was. It was 1946 to 1949, but that was the AAFC, and then they won in 1950 when it was under the NFL. But then they lost 3 championships in a row. They went to the championship many years in a row, but they didn't win. There was never a point where they won 3 years in a row while it was the NFL. So it wasn't the Browns.
But it should be recognized, right? It should be recognized, though.
If you're saying the AAFC, but what was that? Was that the AFL?
It was like 8 teams or some shit. I don't know. It's like a league. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't recognize it. Probably is because it wasn't a. It was okay. Here it goes. It was the Browns, the Niners, the New York Yankees, which I guess that was the Giants. The Bills, the Chicago Hornets, the Los Angeles Dons, and the Baltimore Colts.
Yeah, and that became Indianapolis.
I don't know. I think
Yeah, that
I
sounds
think
about right. You're right. They won 4 in a row. They dominated it.
yeah, but it wasn't NFL. Anyway, my point was about like an almost 20-year span. No one's coming close to 16 out of
No,
18.
but what I'm asking is this: why doesn't the NFL recognize the Packers from 29 to 31?
Because that was probably pre-merger. That was pre-merger as well.
It was pre-merger, but it's still they say in the history of the NFL. You know what I mean?
It was
History is
like
technically defined.
firstly, it was like a fraction of the teams, and also it was
Yeah,
a
it was
completely
a
different game. At that
fraction
point.
of teams. It's still NFL.
It wasn't officially the
Yeah,
NFL.
they played 4 games, and it was decided by winning and loss.
It wasn't like the NFL. Was it? It was like the NFL today is
No, it
different.
wasn't. Games were decided. Championships were decided by owners based on winning percentage. So the Packers go 4-1, and someone goes 3-2. The Packers win the title.
Which years did they win? Let me see. Packers.
Oh, go back, say 20s and shit.
Yeah, you're going back
The Packers
100.
dominated worse than the Patriots. That's
So okay, yeah. So you're at 1929 to 1931, while it was the
31.
NFL, and they had the
NFL.
Green Bay Packers, the Portsmouth Spartans, Chicago Bears, Chicago
Right.
Cardinals,
Bears.
New York Giants, Providence Steamrollers, Staten Island Stapletons, Cleveland Indians, Brooklyn Dodgers, Frankfurt Yellow Jackets. And I think that's why they don't recognize it, man. Like these were
but
all
it's still NFL. You know what I mean?
these,
NFL.
yeah, but these were just like random
It's a
dudes.
National
Like they were
Football
looking up,
League.
they were working like side jobs, and there was
they
like
were
random.
plumbers and shit. Yeah, they did have side jobs like plumbers and janitors and stuff.
I don't know. It's not like I don't think they. What's
And they
they
don't
have an
value it as
official
much as
year?
the Super Bowl.
Is it? Yeah, Super Bowl era NFL is basically what they. What year was that first Super Bowl?
I think that's
Is that-
66. I think the Jets were 68. So
You're
they
a
were probably
total
66.
dude. You have these things
What?
like read at all times.
No, I just fucking hate the Jets. I just hate the Jets.
Is
That's how I know when the Super Bowl starts. And I know they won with Namath.
that's dedication to hating the Jets, man.
I just fucking hate that team.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
know
because
that's how the Super Bowl started. They beat the Packers.
Oh, okay, so actually, yeah, the Packers, in '65 they won the championship, and in '66 and '67 they won the Super Bowl. So that was
right.
that should have been as close as possible to the 3 in a row. That was the end of Lombardi's reign.
Right. Then Joe Namath came. Fucking
Damn, you're going all the way back in the like.
man, because I
30s.
hate the Jets. That's the only reason I know. Because I hate the Jets. Passionately hate that team. Passionately. Ever since they took our running back and didn't get him one playoff touchdown, I resent them.
I think you got them back plenty since losing Curtis Martin. I think you've
No, but they
showed that.
and then they retired his number, the audacity to put him in. I don't want to think about that.
That's funny. That's funny. You as you look at your trophy case of 6 rings, 6 Lombardis, you're like, yeah, if only that Jets blemish wasn't there of Curtis
I wish
Martin.
the Jets had 2. I wish they just got him a Super Bowl. Then I wouldn't hate them as much.
How's everyone's Friday going?
Everybody's good, man. Everybody's good.
Everyone's still there.
We just took a trip down through NFL history.
And then we took Darrell Revis and we brought him a title, and that made me feel good.
Yeah, you guys got a few of their guys.
Revis Island, their greatest corner, came to us, and he won with Brady his first year. Good for him.
What's his name? Was Bill Belichick on the Jets at a certain point?
And then Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I don't think he. What's up, Scott Jackson? He was there. He
He was there for about a day.
He got hired and quit the same day on a
He hired and quit on them the same day. Exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. I think we got him back enough.
They always got those players that were key players on other teams, and they would go there for 1 year and win a Super Bowl.
Maybe when I would say he could have been there with Parcells, because remember Parcells coached the Jets for a little bit, and I don't know, Bill Belichick was one of his assistants. I don't know if that could have been the case, but
I got to run. I forgot I was supposed to go drop off something.
All right.
I'm gonna listen from the car, but I'll catch up with you guys later.
Oh, okay.
Take it easy, man.
No doubt. So how you guys doing, man? Hope everybody is doing all right today. Everything okay with you guys? Ali? Michael K in the building. What's up, Michael K? How you doing, man? Anyway. It's gonna be 8 o'clock. Hope everybody's okay. So oh man. Damn, nobody here. Hold on, drop the link real quick. Come on up. Let me know what y'all thinking today. Oh man. Tonk, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Yo, what's up?
Oh, you know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
Hold on a second. Say something now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, there we go. Okay. What's up?
Nothing much, man.
Yeah, I'm just working. Freaking so busy, man. It's tough, dude. I'm freaking running my own business now, and I have a job, and I'm doing a bunch of music stuff, so I'm just swamped.
Yeah.
But so next week, next Thursday, does football start next Thursday?
No, the first game is the Hall of Fame game, which is I think the 31st.
Oh, of July?
Yeah, so I think it is this Thursday against
this Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's this coming Thursday. So that's opening. So that's the first. Yeah, this has definitely been a long ass off season. It definitely has. But I'm excited. Who's playing the Hall of Fame game?
Oh shoot. Isn't it the Chargers and somebody?
Yeah, the Chargers and Detroit.
That's right. Chargers in Detroit.
Detroit's gonna win.
I had to step away for a moment. I'm sorry, Shake. I apologize.
It's okay. Man of the Hour Sports. What's going on, Man of the Hour?
What's going on, y'all? Y'all too quiet, man. I had to get up here and try to liven y'all up. It's like one person left and like three left at the same time.
Man of the Hour, I got a question for you. Well, first of all, Shake, are you having a wrestling show tomorrow or no?
Oh no, that's next week.
Okay. Well, is it all right if I ask a wrestling question? I know I forget.
Might as well.
Man of the Hour, I have some questions for you. One, what are your thoughts on the passing of Hulk Hogan? And then two, do you think, like, where do you stand with some of the backlash that some of the fans are giving Hulk Hogan because of what transpired a couple years ago? Do you think it's deserved or not deserved? Like, where do you stand with it?
I'm like 50-50 with it. You know, the man did revolutionize the sport, well, the business rather.
Almost twice. I agree.
Yeah. So what it is, you know, you got to give him his props for that. But as far as what he gets basically shitted on for, I mean, is it deserving? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I mean, to each its own.
What did he?
It's
When did he say so? I've never seen anything about him.
So essentially, what happened? His daughter.
You just look at it. Yeah, it started with his daughter dating a black man.
Yeah.
When was this?
Several years
ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Was it 2 years? I want to say it was more than that. Wasn't it more than that?
I mean, he did have other things he had said, but it started with that right there, and it was you know, secretly recorded. That's how it came out. It was, you know, not like he went on.
What did he say though? Like, why did he call the dude that?
I mean, he was basically
besides being a
saying,
racist,
I mean,
did he have an issue with him, or he just didn't like him because he was black?
He was like, you know, you could have just said you didn't want your daughter dating a black man, and you could have took you could have took it however you wanted. But when he started using the N-word with the hard ER at it, you know,
that's
at the
crazy.
end of it. So, and then he wanted he like, oh, she's gonna date one, at least date one of those 8 foot tall rich ones and stuff. You know, he was being very like.
You know what's crazy is that he was the one who pushed her into music, and so much that they pushed her to make a song with Paul Wall. Yes, that's a white dude, but he's a rapper. So it's like you're gonna put your daughter into like hip hop music, but you don't want her to date a black guy. Like,
what's even weirder is like there's videos of Hulk Hogan like listening to rap music and stuff. Like he was into it.
Yeah, it was just the one, and that came off of the Hogan Knows Best show when he was bumping the Jeezy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's the only video.
That's when he said it?
No. He didn't say it then.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's why I didn't.
It was afterwards, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was years after that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, there's lots of people that'll play rap music but still be racist. That's
look. Here's where I'm at with it. The guy. It's so odd that this actually happened only for me because what I remember growing up in the 80s and then in the 90s, this guy was supposed to be the symbol of unity and shit. You know what I mean? And bring everybody together. Everybody loved the guy. And
yeah, that's what. Yeah,
then this happens. It's like it's just sad to see that people are like that still today, bro. We're like 2025, and we're still having conversations like this. It's just sad to me, to be honest.
It sucks because like all the responses I'm seeing right now on my social media are 100% like either they, you know, rest in peace Hulk Hogan or fuck you Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That's why I asked.
A friend of mine, I've never seen him really troll people before. He posts all types of stuff. He's real big into social media, but he loves wrestling. He loves wrestling, and he posted a video of it showed Hulk Hogan getting beat up by a whole bunch of black wrestlers.
Yeah, a video game of it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he did
And
take a
like he
lot
was
of
posting a whole bunch of other stuff. I said, "Damn, man, I've never seen you troll anybody before."
because since his passing, a lot of this stuff now is popping
Yeah.
up, and so you're gonna
Right,
start
right,
seeing.
right.
You're gonna see stuff you probably never seen before, but it has been brought to the light, and a lot of black people have seen it, and it's crazy because I think the hatred for him now has become is because of them liking him before, and then for him to say whatever he said or whatever.
They felt betrayed.
Do you
Yeah,
think some of it also is because of his political ties that he recently had as well? Like that's part of it also.
It helps. It helped the hatred for
Mm,
him.
I got it.
Yeah, I think it
Because
helped the hatred for him. I don't think it changed who
it
he
helped. It helped the hate for him because of
Definitely.
his choice of whatever, which everybody has that and whatever. But then he's in promo mode and stuff like that, and he's talking about body slamming Kamala Harris and all this other stuff, and he's acting like he was
Well,
talking.
that's not good either.
He's talking as like
Regardless,
no, I know, but he was saying it like you would think he was talking about Andre the Giant, like how he always talked about Andre, like I lift that big heavy giant, I slammed him, and da 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 da.
He was doing a promo, yeah.
What the fuck? Dude? Hulk Hogan just fell off. He said
he was everything. Every time when he talked, he always talked in promo mode, and then he was up there at the Republican convention, and he rips his American beer shirt off, and he has the Trump shirt under it, and like I said, he was in full Hulk Hogan mode. He wasn't Terry. He was Hulk Hogan. That's who he was, and that's who he is that character like most of the time. He's never it doesn't turn off for him. It's always he's in that mode. And Hulk Hogan, and that you don't really know Terry like that. You just know Hulk Hogan. And so
racist, brother.
And I think that's where a lot of things, who doesn't get all that? Like, you're gonna still have people that rock with him. I've seen black people defend Hulk Hogan and whatever, even though with all the stuff that's out there like that. And I've seen some people defend him. I've seen what you've been talking about, the hatred and whatever. But like I said, it's just however you take it is however you take it. It's up to you. I mean, they're not asking you to go to the funeral and give a eulogy. So it's like, however you feel for the man is how you feel for the man. And it's not just that. I mean, that's the black reason, the black people reason. I mean, white people don't like him either. There's some that don't like him. So, he has a lot of, and that tends to do with a lot of, wrestlers that, we know Macho Man had issues with him. Warrior had issues with him. Undertaker had issues with him.
Macho Man had real beef with him, to be honest. Primarily because he felt like he felt disrespected, like Hogan would always say, "Oh, I'm always here for Macho Man if he ever needs me," but when he actually needed help, he was never there, kind of stuff. Like there was some real beef there, to be honest. That wasn't just some show or anything.
Yeah, like Hulk was the big time guy in the company and the business and whatever. And that's why when you start looking at wrestling and the way it was when it was taking a turn, it's not that's why John Cena is able to become the 16-time champion, 17-time champion, because we're gonna take it off you, we're gonna put it on you. We're gonna take it off you, put it on you. While Hulk Hogan was over there. Basically, we just saw that a couple of years ago with Roman Reigns, like how he was just holding on to the title for so long, and it grew. Like Roman Reigns had to be healed because people was going to hate him for being champion for that long. So they knew, like, let's see if we could get that hate. Like the last guy they did that to, everybody loved him, which was Hogan, And then it's like, but Hogan would create stuff going on in the back. Hogan would having his contract on. He would dictate on who he's going to lose to. Like if the company say, "Oh, we're going to write you to lose the title here," and if he disagrees with it, that's in his contract. He had the right to disagree to a loss that they had set up for him. The only time you really saw Hogan lose a title is if he's taking time off from the company. Other than that, long as he's in the company, he's going to hold the title. And it got a lot of other guys in the back feeling some type of way, like, damn, when we going to get our chance? Like, let alone we don't even get a match against you for it. And, sometimes guys are just staying in that little mid-card level, like, and then, of course, like King Kong Bundy. Come on, man. King Kong Bundy he got like one shot at it? And that was like WrestleMania 2. Andre got one shot at it. I mean, Andre had health issues, of course, but so it's like they take it off of him and then they put it on Savage and they find a way to put it right back on Hogan.
I mean, to be 100% honest, I know a lot of people think that Hollywood Hogan was just his shtick, as a wrestler. No, Hollywood Hogan was really him playing himself. To be honest, that's what I truly believe. I think if all the rumors are true about how he could write this stuff into his contract, how he wasn't there for Macho Man and some of these other wrestlers and held them back or whatever, that only tells me that Hollywood Hogan was his true form, his true self.
You mean after New World Order?
Yeah, New World Order.
It was during that.
That was during
Hollywood Hogan during New World Order.
Yeah.
Wasn't Macho Man Randy Savage in New World Order?
Yeah, he was. Eventually, they brought him onto it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the hatred wasn't where it got to yet.
Yeah.
Because they did do the New World Order stuff, and after that New World Order junk died down and whatever, all of a sudden it got real wild. And
bro, that the whole shtick of Hogan having all this power, it even got played out in TNA after NWO. Who was the group that he was a part of with TNA, if you remember?
that wasn't Aces and Eights, was it?
No, Aces and Eights happened afterward. But he had a whole faction of like former wrestlers and stuff.
Was it it wasn't Main Event Mafia.
No. He had like a bunch of, even had Eric Bischoff and a bunch of people in the group with him. And what ended up happening is one of the guys, the guy who's in God, what is his name? They had a whole shtick where he ends up marrying or trying to marry Hogan's daughter, and he ends up becoming the leader of Aces and Eights.
Bubba Ray.
Bubba Ray, yes. But the group that Bubba Ray was a part of was Hogan's group, and he ended up being the one that backstabbed him.
Yeah, because that's when they created Aces and Eights, because he was the leader the whole time. And he was pretending as he was fighting for Hogan and whatever, and come to find out he was the main guy dictating everything. Because that's when they got what they call them, the Good Brothers, the big guy, Luke Gallus, I think, Gallus, whatever, and the bald head dude.
Gallows.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they you know how they do that. Back then, everybody was trying to create the so-called NWO all over their version of it.
They were trying to recycle it. I mean, to be honest, TNA felt more like WCW than anything else. To be honest, it felt like that at least.
Yeah.
I mean, they even brought Elizabeth, who supposedly was supposed to be the owner of the company, if you remember.
No, that wasn't Elizabeth. That was Dixie Carter.
That's right. It was Dixie Carter. You're right.
Yeah, because she's
Elizabeth?
Huh?
Whatever happened to Elizabeth?
She died.
Did she?
Yeah, she passed away. She was with
Lex Luger.
Lex Luger, yeah.
That's right. I remember that.
On his watch. She OD'd.
That's right.
Yeah, I seen something today where it was saying that only like I don't know it off the top of my head, but there's only like 10 wrestlers still alive right now from WrestleMania 2.
When was WrestleMania 2?
Like 85, 86, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said like I think Tito
Yeah, but I
Santana
mean
is
that's
still alive.
but that sport is a brutal sport. I mean, Hulk Hogan had like probably 30 surgeries. He had shoulder surgeries, knee surgeries, back surgeries. He was actually shorter,
but
he had so many surgeries to his back, he was shorter because of so many fusions he had.
Well, I mean, that's him. I mean, them steroids took a toll on his body as well.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not arguing for him. I'm just saying that like these,
And
it's crazy that he did live this long.
He had about
Macho,
five.
like,
He had
from
about
what they do
5
to their body.
surgeries. He had 5 surgeries in 2020.
Exactly, dude.
In fact, he supposedly had a procedure done like a week or two ago, and he came out. Some people said he came out kind of like not all there, like almost like a vegetable. I don't know if that's a rumor or not, but
I don't know, but I know that when it was like a few weeks ago, maybe even just a month ago, when somebody said it, like they said, Hulk doesn't look good and that he's kind of like in hospice care. But other people close to him will say that's not true. And whatever they say, Hulk is in good shape, he's in good spirits and all this other stuff. And then yesterday happened. So somebody knows something, or or the people close to him were trying to cover it up.
I don't know.
And it took this to happen for them to, like, either it corroborates their story or not, you know what I mean? So for the ones that feel like that, they were telling us this already, but they spoke with guys like Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart would always say, "No, Hulk's good," but nobody's seen him. Nobody was able to. We're just getting your word. If we so good, like, I think you would want to try to prove that or whatever. But hey, whatever. It is what it is now, I guess. It doesn't matter.
Damn.
Look at this. I'm watching a WNBA game and somebody's out there with a Hulk Hogan bandana on.
That's fun. That's crazy. Anyway, sorry if I killed the space talking about Hulk Hogan, man. I just wanted to see your thoughts or hear your thoughts about it.
It's all good. Yeah, they're supposed to be having something special tonight on SmackDown, they say. So I'll be seeing that later.
Yeah, I want to watch that. Yeah, wrestling, I mean, it's starting to get really good. I'm not gonna lie. I think AEW's picked up, TNA has picked up. I love the crossover with TNA and WWE, to be honest. Slammiversary was a really good pay-per-view. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know how I feel about the Undertaker promo with Swerve.
No, there was Trick.
Swerve. It's Trick Williams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trick Williams. I'm sorry. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, he was badass Undertaker. He wasn't dead man Undertaker.
I kind of prefer the dead man version, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it would have been too much to come out that, because you got to do the whole thing, man. You just can't come out in street clothes like that to be the.
That's true. It's a much smaller arena and all that.
Yeah, smaller arena. Just to, like, when I heard the music come on, the Kid Rock song come on, I'm like, I know this dude is not gonna come out on a motorcycle. But he didn't. He actually walked to the ring, and that's the fastest. I mean, yeah, it's a short walk, but that's the fastest I've ever seen Undertaker get to the ring walking.
Yeah, because his entrance is like 5 minutes of the promo.
Right. My goodness. I'm like, get there. That's why I'm like, WrestleMania going to be in stadiums and shit. They got to walk like 50 yards to get to the ring, and then he's walking so slow. And I think the last
Yeah, but they do that on purpose, though.
yeah, but I mean it's a long walkway, so how slow Undertaker already comes to the ring already. It's like, good Lord, it's taking forever for this dude. I think it was his last WrestleMania match when he put his gloves and hat down in the ring.
Yeah.
He didn't even come from the top of the ramp that day. They had like a little elevator that he stopped on, and that's where he came out of, and then walked to the ring, and then that's what he left on when he left with his arm up. He always have his fist in the air, and then the elevator lowered, and I think the last match at WrestleMania he had.
By the way, I have a feeling. I just have a weird feeling that what's his name?
Santino.
So yeah, Santino's gonna actually win the North American belt in Page. I have this weird feeling, only because NXT took both of their championship belts. Like you could see, like the other belts going the other way, and then they have another pay-per-view where they both get their respectful belts back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I could see that happening.
So what's going on in the football world? I don't want to do too much wrestling.
Man, we less than a week away from kickoff. From
the Cowboys had Harry Potter Day at their training camp.
No, we ain't trying to hear about Dak Prescott showing up as.
Hold on, I'm saying we could talk about Dak. That's my team. I shit
okay.
I shit on them though. Like,
so day 1 and day 2 of training camp, you guys have brawls, and the next day they're running around like it's Harry Potter.
They had a brawl.
They're on the broomsticks, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
yeah. Look, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, like, when I think when the schedule came out, and I wrote in the chat, y'all were having a show, and I said we're going 0-21.
Damn.
Yep. 0-21. We ain't winning no preseason and no regular season. Just can't cut it all out, bro. We're losing everything. Like, look, this is like, come on, man. This is what we doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't even a big brawl. Like the dude,
who got into what players was it?
It was CD Lamb and one of our corners. That's all it was. It was nothing major. I'm like, see, that's soft. Like that a little skirmish, if you want to call that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, get out of here. CD Lamb, you ain't finna do nothing, and you, whoever you are, you ain't finna do nothing either. Like, so what? Whoop-de-doo. Y'all probably went and had a beer after that with each other. So it's like, I ain't. Like I said, they were, and then I seen Dak out here throwing interceptions and shit. I seen 2 of them. The first one was a pick 6. Yep, pick 6.
Damn, he threw a pick 6 and
yeah, he threw a pick 6 on the first day of training camp.
We're talking about
Dak did?
Yeah,
we're
Dak.
talking about training camp.
Aaron Rodgers.
I don't care. I'm talking about training camp. Yes.
We talking
Aaron
about
Rodgers at training camp first pass was a pick 6.
Yeah, but he's like 200 years old. He's allowed to do that.
200 years old.
So
he's still out there slanging it too.
That's fine.
Oh, hold on a second. What about what the Browns said about Shador?
I heard he is not looking so good to me.
Yeah, dude. They said he's not smart.
But here's my thing about Shador. Who is he on the field with?
But regardless, though, that sucks to be for someone like.
It matters who you on the field with, because if he's on the field with third stringers, of course he's gonna be trash. Everybody's trash.
No, they didn't say he's trash. They said he's not smart. You could put me around a bunch of idiots. I'm not going to start looking dumb.
Man, listen. I've heard good things. I've heard bad things. I just feel like if he's out there with the right personnel, things will be different.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, there's been
Yeah, I think if they want to really put a final touch on it, just put him with the starters. Then what is everybody going to say?
That's all you got to do. Put him with the starters, and then you dictate that from there.
Yeah.
But right now, if you just got a mixture of guys,
from
second,
the
third string guys, I mean, what are you expecting?
What I heard from the first 2 days of training camp of the Browns is that their third round quarterback, the guy from Oregon that used to play for UC,
Dylan Gabriel.
yeah, Dylan Gabriel. I've heard he's looked good. That's what I've heard.
Well, I've heard opposite of that, and again, the same thing I'm saying. Like, who is he out there with?
Yeah, I don't know. You're right.
You know,
I mean, Kenny Pickett didn't look so good either when from the video I watched.
I mean, you see,
So, yeah.
But then again, it's the Browns.
Yeah, to be honest, who's going to be good at the Browns?
It's the Browns, man. It's like they wasn't good. They wasn't even good with Deshaun Watson.
You know, I'm gonna.
Deshaun Watson barely played there, though. He played what,
Man,
4 games?
When it don't matter, and how good did he look in those 4 games?
They played good, yeah, but they played good with Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, veteran, seasoned vet. I know how to work.
I'm just saying,
I know how to work with.
There's one example right there.
Yeah, everybody's not that though. You know, I mean, you could have put Tom Brady out there. He probably would have did the same thing.
Yeah, hell yeah, he would have.
Tom Brady would probably be better than Flacco, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
You would have got them at least to an AFC championship.
Come on, man. We seen Peyton Manning come to Denver and people that who didn't have those names like that get those names.
That's
because
true.
Peyton Manning was the quarterback, and then when Peyton Manning leaves, those guys wasn't shit.
Yeah, that's true. You're absolutely right. I agree. You know, hot take. This is a hot take about the Browns, real quick. With the Browns having a plan to build one of the most state-of-the-art stadiums on the water there for Cleveland and put Cleveland back on the map, right? Do you think that they really want to fully invest in this team now or save it for when they present that stadium and open that stadium up?
They better try to get something. I mean, you ain't got to win the Super Bowl now, but look decent enough.
I see your point. You think they should slowly start building now rather than waiting. Good point. I'm just placating to what supposedly Cowherd said, that the Browns are lining themselves up for Arch Manning and maybe even bringing Nick Saban out of retirement, which that would be funny as all hell if Nick Saban became a Cleveland Browns coach. Because I don't know if you guys remember, he wasn't he a coach there at one point?
Bill Belichick.
Funny. Yeah, that would be funny just because of that. And then supposedly, I'm not saying supposedly, but I could understand why people might think the Raiders are trying to do the same thing. You cut Wilkins now, you clear up cap space. It makes sense. It kind of feels like they're starting to, certain teams are going to start doing moves like that to set themselves up for the next QB run, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So I know Raiders need a QB bad, especially in that division that they're in.
Yeah, because they got Geno Smith. Right?
They got Geno Smith, but to be honest, no offense to Geno Smith, yes, he's been good for the past 2 years. He still is not the answer when you have Mahomes and you have Justin Herbert, and now you have Bo Nix in that division, right? I don't think he's the long-term solution. We'll see. We'll see how Pete Carroll uses him. He might be. Oh, did we lose Man of the Hour?
No, did we?
Yeah, we lost him.
Damn.
Maybe he just came back?
Oh, there he is. My bad.
Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you.
My bad. My phone rang.
It's all right. I don't know. What was the last thing you heard what I was saying? I was just saying that in that division, they got Mahomes, Herbert, and now Bo Nix. Geno Smith has been good for the past 2 seasons, but I just don't know if he's the long-term solution for them.
Oh, he's definitely not the long term. No, I think he maybe if he had like 5 years earlier, if he maybe, but right now I feel like he's all over the hump now.
Yeah.
So
of over the hump players, Neighbors has made Russell Wilson look pretty good in the videos I've seen of the Giants camp.
yeah, they say he Wilson will be the starter, right?
Yeah, Wilson, I'm pretty sure is going to be the starter.
Yeah, they said it the other day that he is going to be the starter.
Yeah.
And now it's just about who's going to be second.
Yep.
Hold on. Okay. What am I doing?
Anyway, everybody hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell.
What y'all think about So is Mike Tomlin gonna finish with a winning record or 500 or better, basically?
Yes.
To keep his streak alive.
Yes.
Yes.
Does Aaron Rodgers stay healthy?
I think he stays healthy, but I don't expect him to. I expect him to retire as soon as the year is over.
Yeah, he's going to retire. He said this is his last season.
Yeah. Look, one thing about Tomlin that I've always appreciated, he found a way to be competitive when he had nothing. You know what I mean? So for me, I think that team has shown they have capability of making the playoffs without a quarterback. So now that they have technically a quarterback and maybe a quarterback out of Will Howard, I think that they can make it.
Right.
Not necessarily winning the Super Bowl, but they can definitely be competitive and probably be that wild card team still.
Mm-hmm. And they show halftime and everything on here.
What else did I hear? I heard Quinn Ewers had one of the best passes today.
Quinn Ewers. Well, I hear all the quarterbacks are doing pretty well, they say, this year.
Well, I don't know. On the collective, they were saying that that Ewers is far behind Zach Wilson.
Yeah, of course.
But it wasn't because Ewers did anything wrong or had a bad day. He just hadn't really come out of his shell yet. That's what they're saying. And today, we finally got news that he had a couple of throws that were like eye popping. So, which I've always known that Ewers has that in him. The only issue that I have with Ewers is the fact that at Texas, one, he's not always consistent with it, and then two, he's always been good against the teams he was supposed to beat up on, but the teams that had like more of a dominant defense, those are the teams he faltered to, just like he did Ohio State in the big game. To give you an example. If you need more evidence, look at the twice he lost to Georgia, to give you an example. That's another one. Man of the hour. Do you like Texas? Are you a Texas fan?
Longhorns? No.
Who's your college team? Curious.
Florida State.
Interesting.
Oh, go Gators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything but that thing in Coral Gables.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Shake definitely agree on that.
Oh yeah.
Shake, you never told me you never actually got to say why you hate Miami, University of Miami.
Oh, just because of the fan base. That's all. There's nothing, no reason.
Shake, you were definitely grew up around the time when it was all crazy and how they were talking all smack and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he was there for that age, that era, I should say.
Back when he was popping out with the fro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was out there. He was out there. DJ Shake Money.
I will say this about the Hurricanes: the Hurricanes are in a situation that they have to win the ACC. If they don't win the ACC, I personally think that Cristobal might be on that hot seat on his way out. To be honest,
but it's the same thing every damn time. They get a coach that looks promising for them, and after a few years, they want to move on. They're gonna either bring up a coordinator, then he's gonna suck, and then they're gonna bring in an old veteran guy, a guy that probably used to play for them, like a Cristobal and whatever. And then it's gonna be the same thing. History is gonna keep repeating itself. They're gonna keep getting all these big time guys. Like what they're never able to do is get that team, like have the right group of guys like they did when they had the Ed Reeds and all them dudes back in the early 2000s. That all the guys that are going in the first round and that year and stuff like that. They don't have those guys anymore. Like you're barely seeing guys. In the draft, they're not first rounders like that no more. Besides Cam Ward, take him out. I mean, who was the last Hurricane to be a first rounder? So
that's a really good question. Yeah, I can't even tell you because I can't. It's been a long time. I mean, for me, it's this. You gotta recruit. You start off hot with recruiting. You've gotten the number one overall prospect with the offensive lineman recently. You bring in Carson Beck, a Cam Wards. Every day, it's like another 4 or 5 star player they're bringing in. At some point, you got to deliver. You know what I mean? And even today, I got something on my thing that said Cortez, the safety, agreed to go to Miami. That's where he committed to. Okay, well, that's great. I need Miami to start delivering. Last year was the closest I've seen them ever delivering, and it still wasn't enough.
Right.
I mean, and what had happened? They got to go to some Pop-Tart Bowl with the most joke of a trophy ever, right? And their starting quarterback only agreed to play the first half so he could break some records. I'm sorry.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that because
that left a bad taste in my mouth. Bro.
I was so confused. I was so confused because I'm watching that game, and I'm like, did he get hurt? Like, what am I missing here? Like, why isn't this dude playing? And then all of a sudden I hear that, like, you only played just enough to break a record. Like, get out of here, man. Records are meant to be broken, man. So
what are you getting? What are you getting by breaking the record? You were going to be the number one over draft pick anyways.
But I don't think it had anything to do with his draft stock. I think he just wanted his name to hold something. And then, like I said, records are meant to be broken because somebody could easily break whatever that is in a year or 2 or 3 or whatever. And then what?
Yeah.
I've seen Ricky Williams break a college record. Where was he? Texas, right?
Yeah.
Ricky broke this record, and then Ron Dane of Wisconsin said it. He said he was going to break that record Ricky broke, and the very next year, Ron Dane broke the record. So it's like you only held it for a year, and that was his goal. Ricky's goal. Ricky was just playing football. Ricky wasn't trying to break a record or anything like that. Ricky was just playing football, and it just happened. Ron Dane made it his business to go break that record because he said it before the next season happened. He said he's going to break that record, and he broke it. So it's like you just sat up there to do what? Like, I don't know. I think Cam Ward might pull an Anthony Richardson stunt. You know, I'm too tired to play type shit just because he can. You know, you remember that last year when Anthony Richardson pulled himself?
That was crazy.
He was talking about he was tired.
I'm sorry, but I don't think that's crazy. Could you imagine? I mean, Shake and Talk or anybody. Could you imagine if Tua did that here? Oh my god!
I wouldn't watch TV for a week, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's every network that, you know, they're gonna open the news like, you know, it could be a school shooting. We're gonna open with Tua being tired.
Every social media, YouTube show, you name it, would be opening with that.
Yeah, it's like, come on, we can't just sit up there like, yeah, they were trash Tua badly. Like, I wonder what the fan base was saying in Indianapolis when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the headlines was like over there, like how, you know, there was a show like this for them, and like what were the people saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Like, you're tired. You're tired. Them offensive linemen should be the one crying. They have to do the most every play. Every play they have to block. They have to protect you. So if them big boys, 300+ pound boys can do what they do, you, sir, 180, 200 pounds, 220, whatever you are. You know, so, and then you tired, call a run play.
Crazy.
I mean, you may not have the authority to change the play, but shit, listen, in that huddle, be like, look here, I need to catch my breath. Fuck what coach talking about right now. I formation up the middle. Let's do it. God damn, let me catch my breath or something. Like you sitting up there talking about you
Plus,
tired.
they have Jonathan Taylor on that team. Give him the ball. You know what I mean? You got Jonathan Taylor. They got a couple of running backs over there that can run the ball every once in a while.
I've seen a list earlier this week on First Take, and I don't really remember what it was, but they were showing how Dak Prescott can pass Troy Aikman this year in yards or something like that. And he's not that far away. It'll basically happen about maybe 3 or 4 games if Dak Prescott have good games. He'll pass Troy Aikman and whatever. And they're like, oh, he's gonna pass the great Troy Aikman. I'm like, of course he's gonna pass Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman had Emmitt Smith behind him. So there's a lot of passing yards that he did not get to get because the Cowboys was able to run the ball successfully. Where in Dak's case, you know, he's out here throwing his arm out because of, one, this is the way football is played nowadays. And you had Kellen Moore, who was sitting up there like throwing the ball 45, 50 times, 60 times, whatever. And it's like they don't, like, the game was different at that time back then, but
he only had
he's going to pass these
yards
records.
to surpass him. Getting 3,000 yards is like sneezing now in the NFL. Everybody can get it.
Yeah.
You know? So
with the way the rules are, you can't grab or touch a guy after 5 yards, and you know, it's a pass first league nowadays. Yeah, quarterbacks should be, you know, yeah, all quarterbacks of the past records should be broken.
the only record that I don't think Dak will ever get, and no offense to you being a Dallas fan,
Never taken. None ever taken.
I personally think that Dak will never get the Super Bowl win or the playoff success that Aikman had.
Oh, bro, I've said this. Man, listen, I've said that way before you even said that. Man. I came on here saying that. I said we're never going to win long as Jerry is in control.
That's true.
That's where it's going to start at. Like, I'm a fan and all that, but we're not winning anything ever. As long as Jerry Jones is still doing what he does, we're never going to win. He hasn't paid Michael Parsons yet, and we've already seen a couple of guys at that position get their money. So Jerry, you're making it worse for yourself now, because now 37 million was the highest paid. Now we got a couple of guys at that position now, and Michael Parsons hasn't getting paid. Michael Parsons would have probably taken about 38, 39 million. Now we're up to already 40. So he's looking for 41.
Mm.
So
and just to be
hurting
clear for
yourself.
people know at home, it's Michael Parsons, not Micah Parson. Sorry, I was just making fun of how Jerry said it. Everyone's making fun of it, so I thought it was funny.
But yeah, man, it's like Jerry, he did Dak and CD like that last year at the end. I believe CD Lamb was paid on a Friday.
Yeah.
Before week 1, and that Sunday morning before the first game, Dak gets his contract. So it's like you sitting up here, you doing all this, and then CD Lamb, sir, you didn't even get what you wanted. So you did all this holding out and all this bullshit for nothing. Because if you ask me, I think he just held out because he didn't want to participate in no preseason stuff. That's what I think it was. So it's like, then all of a sudden preseason's over. Now all of a sudden Jerry gives you your money, and you agreed to, he wanted more than what I think Justin Jefferson was getting, and he didn't even get that. He's second to Justin Jefferson.
Has he even gotten close to what Justin Jefferson has done in this league?
He led the league in yards, I believe, or damn near close to it.
Okay, maybe.
I've always said I've always said he's not a true number one. That's what I say a lot, but a lot of people say, they throw that in my face. Oh, well, he did this, he did that. Yeah, he was those balls were forced to him though. That's why Dak throws a lot of interceptions. Soon as CD Lamb was not on the field, all of a sudden Cowboys are scoring touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, put CD Lamb at the number 2 spot. Right now we got Pickens, and I'm guessing he's going to be number 2, and whatever. CD's going to stay as a 1. I think we need a real possession receiver. We don't have that. Now, Amari Cooper was that guy, but he couldn't stay healthy.
Oh man. So what we got cooking for late night XL tomorrow?
Training camp. I'm gonna be coming back from training camp tomorrow because I'll be there. We'll be talking about that. I got questions in regards to what we expect for the rest of training camp. We'll be playing a lot of music, primarily heavy metal in honor of Ozzy Osbourne. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, bro.
And then what's funny is not funny, but as crazy as Chuck Mangio didn't get the attention he deserved. He passed away too.
Yeah.
Who did?
Yeah. Chuck Mangio.
Oh shit! I didn't even know that.
Was he like a saxophonist or something like that?
Yeah, he's the guy who Biggie sampled "Hypnotized" from.
He was the head coach of the Colts, right?
No, man.
He's talking about the saxophone artist.
Oh.
No, you're talking about Chuck Pagano.
Yeah, that's who.
Who did you say?
Chuck Pagano.
No. Who's the person who died?
Chuck Mangio, the guy who sampled the guy Biggie sampled "Hypnotized."
Oh.
That's funny. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be playing.
I've seen it pop up on my news feed though, and I've seen stuff from him. I didn't know who it was by looking at his picture when I seen somebody posted, and then I'm like, who is this? And then when I heard the one of the songs they were playing, it kind of like sounded like something like The Price is Right. And I'm like, oh, I heard this before. I know who this person is. I never knew him as the artist, but I've heard his songs before.
As a matter of fact, he was on King of the Hill.
Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm.
I remember now. Well, I was gonna say, not only did he die, not only did Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan die, Theo from the Crosby Show passed away.
Yeah,
He was
as a matter
a
of fact,
great actor, by the way.
He was the first domino to drop.
Yeah, he died. And then come to find out, I found this out yesterday because Doug posted it. If you know who she is, she's a famous chef on the Food Network. Anne Burrell killed herself yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, it was suicide.
Damn, what the hell I just walked into? Damn.
Yeah, all this stuff is. You know how we were talking about Mount Fuji earlier in Japan, crypto? All this stuff is happening right here in the States.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's that?
Right.
Lewis was talking about. There's one in Tampa.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
I don't know about that.
No, but it's just crazy how they all are like everybody is like passing away all at once.
Who was that, Jake?
Huh? What you saying now?
No, that the name. What was that? Is that another name for the casino we was at?
No.
Hard Rock Mount Fuji.
No. I don't know where's Mount Fuji.
But it's just crazy how, especially I can't think of the actor's name that played Theo on the Crosby Show, but how he died, Ozzy Osbourne died. That's like three iconic people from the '80s all at once.
Yeah,
you know,
I can imagine. But if he wouldn't die, if he didn't die, it would have been him, It would have been Chuck Mangio, Hulk Hogan, and Ozzy Osbourne.
Mm-hmm. And I
Wait a minute, he was on the boat with Malcolm Jamal Warner. Was he on the boat with him? What do you mean? What did you say, Shake?
I'm just saying though, if Malcolm Jamal Warner didn't drown in Costa Rica, it would have been those three, the artists I mentioned, Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, and
the saxophone guy.
You know what's crazy about him? He's outside of being, everybody knows him from the Crosby Show, right? But I want to say he is a very underrated actor. I just watched him in some other shows and other movies that he's like really good in. I'm like, man, he's a good actor. It's just sad that happened to him though.
The last thing I watched him on was The Resident.
Yeah, he was really good on that. He also played a character in the later seasons of Suits. I don't know if you guys remember. He was the prison psychologist.
I never watched Suits.
Yeah, it was good. But yeah, he was very. I always felt he was underrated.
Very good.
I liked him a lot.
Yeah.
Shake,
I remember the first sitcom.
The Baby Shorts. You saw it?
Yeah, I remember the first sitcom he did after the Cosby. He did one with Griffin, the guy who did
Eddie Griffin.
Yeah, Eddie Griffin. It was on the WB.
Yeah, Malcolm and Eddie.
Yeah, Malcolm and Eddie. That's what it was.
Eddie. Yep.
Yeah, I think he had one with Tracy Ellis Ross. I don't know. I don't remember the name of that one.
Yeah, that was when the WB first came out. That's when you had your shows like the Wayans Brothers, Moesha, the Parkers. Not your favorite wide receiver, Crypto.
I don't know what that is.
Do you guys remember on Fridays after a certain time? I want to say it started like at 7:00. It was TGIF. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, that was with Boy Meets World, Full House.
Yeah. Perfect Strangers and all stuff like that, right? Step by Step, I think was there as well. Is it me, or they basically took those shows or that genre of shows and created a channel and called it WB? Because the WB reminds me a lot of TBI.
Yeah, because you had Dawson's Creek, you had WB, then of course you had the WB, and then you had it was the WB and which one was
shows. They ain't
which one UPN.
UPN, yeah.
UPN, okay.
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I want to know by now, will it be? Damn.
The WB.
Yeah, I'm not saying they have.
That's the Waynes was on the Waynes was on the WB.
Yeah, it was. I'm not saying they had the exact same shows, Tonk. I'm saying is that they took there's some of the sitcoms, not like the more serious ones like Dawson's Creek or whatever, but some of those 30-minute sitcoms that they had are along the same genre of what you saw on TGIF. That's what I was saying.
I know Moesha was on UPN. Moesha, the Parkers.
Mm.
I remember no, I think that was on Fox. Yeah. Remember Old Dog from Medicine Society? He had a show. It didn't last long at all.
Was it South Central?
Yeah, South Central. Yeah, I think that was on Fox.
Yeah, it was kind of ass.
I remember that.
I remember the line goes, Mom, goes, you don't have to worry about me. There was like 30 drive-bys yesterday. The gangsters are tired. Yeah, they ran a bodega or something like that. Yeah, so yeah, the WB was 33, at least for Florida, Miami. The WB was 39 and UPN was 33. And of course, 29 was Fox for West Palm Beach. Was the Fox affiliate.
Yeah.
I remember growing up those channels. We had 29, 33, 39,
45.
And you had the Home Shopping Network.
Yeah, and 45. 51 was the Spanish channel.
And 23 too.
23 was the Spanish channel. 69 was the Home Shopping Network.
Okay, that's what it was.
And I think channel 2 was what was that, PBS?
Yeah, channel 2.
Channel 2, then you had your 4 was your CBS.
I remember the Home Shopping Network. If you order within the next 5 minutes, you get this.
Yeah, every time.
So where I grew up in Ohio, channel 2 was ABC. Channel 3 was PBS. Channel 5 was NBC. And then
that was our channel 5 too.
And channel 6 was Fox. We used to call it Fox 36. That was the channel back. This is where I grew up.
Fox 32.
Well, Fox was 7. ABC was channel 10. NBC was channel 6. I'm talking about in Miami.
Yeah, and CBS was 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
channel
CBS
7 was our ABC.
So, yeah, it was for me also.
23 was the Spanish channel.
The TV guide channel.
Remember 17 was the learning channel. That's where Reading Rainbow and shit would come on.
That was our channel 11 for us. That's what
channel 2 too. Reading Rainbow came on channel 2. I used to
WTTW. That was our Sesame Street PBS.
Butterfly in the sky. I could go twice as high.
WLRN.
Sunny day, thinking of A-OK. That was what you call it.
Yeah, I remember when I was a JIT, I remember the order it came in. It was Sesame Street, then Mr. Rogers, and then Reading Rainbow. When I was a JIT, that was.
We used to watch Reading Rainbow.
50.
It was funny.
The other station.
It was funny. We used to watch when I was a kid. We watched Reading Rainbow, right? And then at nighttime, my parents would allow us to watch Star Trek: Next Generation, who had the same actor from Reading Rainbow. I don't know if you guys know that. Can't think of the actor's name.
All I know is when I was a kid, right, and I was sick home from school, everybody knew. I don't think there's not a person in here that didn't watch The Price is Right.
Right, especially when
That's
you
true.
miss
My
school.
parents had it on all the
Exactly.
time. I agree.
Right. As you miss school, you're definitely watching. Come on down. You're the next contestant of
On The
The Price is Right. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yeah, that was classic, bro. That's when you know we stayed home sick from school. You know,
On the, on the
eating
real,
nothing but freaking chicken noodle soup all damn day.
crypto on the real though. Price is Right was better when it had Barker in charge instead
Bob
of
Barker. Yeah.
yeah. Now I don't like it.
I
I don't
mean,
like
Drew
it.
Carey is pretty good. He's not that bad, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
It
It was
lost
much
its
better for
like
Barker.
order, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of
Barker's
which,
beauties.
hey, speaking of remix, I'm curious to see how the new Naked Gun is gonna hold up.
Oh, with Liam or Liam
Liam Neeson,
Nielsen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I'm
is
watching.
interesting to have him play that character, though.
It
Yeah,
is
that's
going to be.
kind of
It is going to be
it's gonna be
different because
interesting.
Liam Nielsen is a comedic. I've yet to
Right.
start a comedy with him in it.
Right.
I mean, I've seen like a darker comedy. I don't know if you guys ever watched.
Creep Show.
No, the knife, something, All the Knives Out, or something like that.
He was before he did before his very first comedy was Airplane, but before that he was a serious
He was
actor.
in Airplane?
Liam Nielsen was in Airplane.
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Was
Not
he?
Liam Neeson. Leslie Nielsen was
Leslie
Nielsen.
Nielsen,
Oh,
I know,
okay.
but I'm talking about the guy that's taking the new guy.
I'm just saying though. What Leslie Nielsen before he did Airplane, he never did a comedy in his life before Airplane, and that's after
he played serious roles. Okay.
Yeah.
He was in the stories. He played in some westerns too, didn't he?
Yeah. So he was kind of like That's the reason why they draw a parallel to him and Liam Neeson, because Liam Neeson didn't play a comedy until later in his life, in his acting career.
It's gonna be kind of hard seeing him in that role because you always see him as a bad guy or somebody, you know.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Liam Neeson's first comedy role was in Ted, when he said he goes, if I buy this tricks, will I get in any trouble? This cereal is supposed to be for kids. If I buy this cereal, would the law come after me? He goes, no, I don't think so.
That's funny. So tonight I'm watching a comedy that's actually a sequel, Happy Gilmore 2. I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm kind of excited with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Supposedly Eminem's in it too. I didn't know that.
I haven't seen any Adam Sandler movies in a
I
minute.
know I'm happy because I don't care. Listen, I don't care what nobody says about Steve Hightower. I love that show, Steve Harvey Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix now. It just came on the 21st.
Steve Harvey Show's on Netflix.
Yeah, with the one with he did with Cedric the Entertainer.
Cedric the Entertainer.
Yeah. That was a pretty funny show. Yeah, Lady of Rage. You had the girl from All That, Nickelodeon, whatever. It did pretty well. I believe that was on the. I think that was on the WB.
Oh, you talking about the big white girl?
Yeah, the big white girl from
yeah.
As a matter of fact, Lady of Rage. As a matter of fact, the dude Romeo got killed. Unfortunately.
Yeah. He got.
Oh, you talking about off the Steve Harvey show, Romeo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He could have played a Tupac role because he kind of every time I looked at him, I'm saying, damn, he looked just like Tupac.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he would have been a good actor to play him. Yeah, that played him. That would have played him. He died like in the 90s, right? Or no? After that?
He died. Yeah, he died right after the show because apparently this girl told her boyfriend that he molested her and he didn't do he didn't do it, and the boyfriend obviously, instead of investigating, he saw him and his buddy saw him and shot him and his friend. He got shot in the head, but his friend he was with at the time, he unfortunately he made it, but Romeo didn't.
Oh, the other guy survived. Okay.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Man, that's crazy.
All it is
Vigilante.
from an accusation too. No, you know what I mean?
Right. No, really finding out if it's true or not. Oh, I'm just gonna go by the guy's word. I'm gonna go act on it. Man, that's crazy. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. And that
There was some
girl,
shows though.
remember the Spanish girl on there?
Which one?
On the
The one
Steve
that was
Harvey
dating
show?
Romeo?
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
I seen her on something lately. She's all fat now.
Damn. That wouldn't shock me.
Cause when she was talking, I'm like, that girl, I'm like, I know that voice. She sounds familiar. So I looked it up and I looked up her history, and the Steve Harvey show came up, and I'm like, that is her. Cause then they had a picture of her from the show.
Damn.
Steve Harvey, yeah.
And of course, Different World is another show that I'm watching on Netflix. That was one of my favorite shows watching growing up.
A Different World. On Antenna TV, you can watch a lot of those old sitcoms.
I was finding out the day that originally It's a Different World was supposed to revolve around the white girl.
Originally, like in the first mock-up.
Yeah, but they said that didn't make too much sense. You know what I'm saying? So they made it about Denise, and then of course, she fell out, and then eventually it became about Whitley and Dwayne Wayne.
Yeah, because Denise and Cosby was fucked up. Yeah, she was doing her own thing. Like Bill was treating her like his real daughter. And he was like trying to tell her, don't get pregnant, don't get a boyfriend. Like he was basically trying to control her life. Like, and who was it? Felicia Rashad's sister.
Hey, I was rocking Saved by the Bell. How do you think I know that Clayton Clark looks like Screech?
Right, exactly.
Damn.
That's a dead giveaway. Exactly. Saved by the Bell.
All right, gentlemen, I gotta head out. I'll talk to you all later. It'd be great to have you all for Club Exhale tomorrow night if you guys want to come through.
I'll be there.
All right, man. Talk to y'all later.
Be safe, man.
You too.
Well, the Screech, or you could say Shaggy on Scooby Doo, right? That's basically Screech.
And Billy Kidman.
Oh yeah, Billy Kidman. Hell yeah, I remember Billy Kidman. Yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
The 7-Year Itch.
Mm-hmm.
That was the name of the move.
Because that was like everybody was begging for Dustin. What's his name? Dustin. Forget his name, but yeah, to play Shaggy or Scooby Doo movie because he made the perfect Shaggy.
I always said Michael Douglas should have played Pat Riley.
Yeah, he makes a good Pat Riley, yeah.
But now he old as hell, so it ain't gonna happen.
Who make a good Pat Riley?
Talking about Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think Al Pacino could have gotten away with playing Pat Riley too.
Yeah.
They got that same look, that same tannish skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He would have made a decent Pat Riley too. Al Pacino. Desperado.
I'm gonna try to watch all the Godfathers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I don't like about this when you looking through for movies on this Superbox thing, it's like they're not together. Like they just all scattered.
Yeah, it's scattered because it's going from a large library.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. I'm scrolling. I see Godfather 3. I'm like, well, damn, I ain't see part 2 or 1 pop up yet. You keep going down, down, down. And all of a sudden, oh, there go part 1. Like, damn, there it is.
Mm-hmm. It's not organized once you get the name search out the way.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find all the Freddy Cougars, Nightmare on Elm Streets, and it was like 2001, then 2014 will be there. Then it was like it was all over the place.
Mm-hmm. Which
They
app
didn't
you
organize
use?
all of them.
Which app you use for the movie?
I was doing it on the Blue VOD,
The Blue
for
VOD,
the
yeah.
one, and
Okay.
then on the new one, we just got the 6. I used the Prime Cinema. I do searches there too.
That what it's called, Prime Cinema?
Yeah.
I gotta look to
Yep.
see. God damn it. I looked on YouTube. It said download all the apps, so I downloaded every one of them.
Mm-hmm. I
Probably
still
only-
haven't downloaded all the apps. I
Probably
got a
only
lot of them on
deleted.
there, but I didn't, it's just so many options.
Yeah, because I
So
use
many.
what is it, Blue TV? And it tell me, oh, you got over 2,000 channels. I'm like, well, goddamn.
Yeah.
So I'm over here
Oh, yeah.
scrolling. The other day, I'm trying to find our local ABC. And that like channel, like it was like in the 400s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and then one of them, that Sky TV that I'll leave you talking about, when you check the channels, it literally you go to every state in the country. If you go CBS or ABC, like you can say, it just alphabetical order. Like Alaska,
Yeah.
I'm watching freaking news channels in Alaska.
Yep. When I was looking for
It's like
ABC,
CBS Alaska. It was just crazy.
I seen something that said ABC East. I'm like, oh, maybe this is it. Nope. That shit said Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, well, no,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to look at y'all. I'm trying to see our local right now.
Yeah, you can put Miami NBC and it'll come up on the.
I'm slowly saving adding them channels to my favorites, so I'm gonna have to go looking for shit.
Yeah.
Cause
So it's like because it was gonna be a long time scrolling all the way down, so I had to manually put in each state, each a news channel or sports channel. I was like, wait a minute, it's gonna take a long time just to scroll down to the Hawaii channels.
Yeah, I just been watching the WNBA games lately.
Yep.
That's what I got on right now. New York and playing Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Hmm?
Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah, I watched the Phoenix one channels too.
Yeah. That's what I got going on right now. Ain't no way to like y'all. You know how to record? There's no recording.
Who's that?
I said,
No, I don't think so.
No recording, right? Yeah, because I was
I don't know if you can.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Well, they get that feature. They cable really fucked up.
Yeah, the DVR. I'm sure you can figure out a way to connect
yeah.
the DVR to a digital DVR service.
That'd be crazy.
They kind of got the playback app, where it's actually kind of doing it for you for certain channels, where you can go back over a week and watch stuff that recordings from over a week long.
Yeah, that's what.
So it's almost kind
I
of
did
doing
see
it for you
that
for certain channels.
Only certain channels. Yeah, it's not a big list of channels. I would think
Yeah,
they
what
would.
it's
I was
doing it
thinking.
for.
I was like, damn, y'all don't have everything.
Once they get the servers up, they probably would. Yep.
But it's cool so far, I mess with it. Been using it like it, watching all my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched what it was, because I don't have stars and shit, so I just watched the last episode of BMF today. I watched the last episode of The Shy.
Of the who?
The Shy.
What's that?
It's a show in Chicago.
Oh, The Shy, CHI. Okay, got
Yeah,
it. Okay. Okay.
I just watched that. I'm all caught.
I didn't think you were talking about the tea.
The Shy.
Yeah, my homeboy been telling me to get on it, so I'm like,
Yeah, man. Crypto was telling me he grew up around the same projects as the Good Times. Which, by the way, Steve Harvey was based out of Chicago.
Yeah, it was. Steve Harvey.
Mr. Pope, what's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, Shake? Tom?
What's
man,
up?
y'all
What's up, Mr. Pope?
Any news to report?
Not that I know of. All I gotta say, well, one thing I will say is that that Super Box, oh my goodness, man, I'm enjoying it.
That's what's up.
I am enjoying it. It's a
What
challenge.
about the
for
live
me.
TV?
Live TV, yeah.
The
Live
live
TV
TV
working for me.
Yep.
Yeah, because thank and shout out to Michael K, because he showed me how to do the I think it's the blue TV and the blue
Yeah.
what's that? It's
It's
another thing on that.
Blue VOD.
VOD, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, good grief. Open up one of them is you got a whole bunch of news channels you can deal with from all around the country and out the country as well. I said, man, never seen nothing like that. But it's cool though. Yeah,
I like Earth X is one of my favorite channels now. They have a lot of good programming on there, from wildlife to freaking real estate, houses, everything. They have everything. Science. It's like a whole bunch of different channels wrapped up in one. It's called Earth X.
I have to check that out.
Yeah, it's like having the learning channel mixed with the history channel, mixed with HGTV, mixed with it. It's like everybody all in one.
Do you guys Crypto, do you ever keep up with Chicago, like to see what's going on in your own neighborhood?
No, everything's pretty much changed there. I mean, other than what the local news is talking about. But
How about Italy? How about Italy and Germany? Do you catch the news channels there just in case you got any children that you don't know about?
No, I still haven't get the European channels yet. I know it's there because they got Sky TV.
But what sucks is y'all got the channel actually during the dead season of sports. You know what I'm saying? So once October comes around, that's when all the sports are being played. Baseball. That's when I think the playoffs are happening around that time. The playoffs. Then you got basketball. Then you got baseball. You got hockey.
Yeah, I've seen all them channels on that. That's a good grief.
Yep, they got the NFL channels ready too. It's up there, just NFL 1, 2, 3, like 17.
Exactly.
When the season comes, they're gonna just load up right there. You just pick.
Yeah, you might as well go ahead and try to see if you can find the Dallas local, the local channel for Dallas, because that's where you'll be able to watch the Cowboys games.
I already been in the sports section. I got the whole NFL lined up ready.
A Fox affiliate, yeah, the Dallas Fox affiliate, whatever.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm good. I got everything saved in favorites or whatever you call that shit.
Mm-hmm. You don't want to get Houston because Houston, obviously, you know, Texans are going to be the ones.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a high ass pass.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let me see what Tom got. Let me see. Bring your own bags. Okay.
Yeah. Good grocery store.
Yeah, I love watching all those
Right.
channels.
That way, don't use the plastic bags or the paper bags. You can save them.
Yes. Yeah, so you don't consume any bags at all, only your own.
Exactly. Yeah, because I used to do that with Tonk. I used to do that with a store called Aldi's. I used to buy a few bags from them so that when I go back to the store, I use those bags instead of the paper or the plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? All these? Well, wait a minute. Say that again. What happened with all these?
With all these, the first time I went there, I used to use the paper bags and plastic bags to take my food home. Then later on, I went ahead and bought their bags. You know, their it's like their cloth bags. So instead of using paper bags and plastic bags, I just bring their bags with the all this thing on there and use that. That way you save paper and plastic.
Aldi's ain't like that no more. They just put your shit back in the cart.
Yeah, they do. And then you got to bring the cart out to the house. I mean, to your car. They don't even give you that no more. You got to say, okay, some boxes laying around. You can put your stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Or take the cart and store it back in the cart.
Oh yeah. And if you want your 25 cents back, you got to put it in with the
I like that.
with the other cars.
You got to put it back with the other cards. Yeah, if you want your money back.
Sure do.
But shit, what I do is, I
don't even use it. I just use somebody else's card and they use my card. Yeah.
I leave it for some guy to get it. So some guy.
Yeah, somebody else.
Yeah, that's
right.
what I do.
Yep.
So if I see somebody come out the list, you can have this card right here. You can have the card.
And be like, here's the cart. Keep the change.
There you go. Exactly, Tom. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And I'm gonna tell you too, their food, their products is not bad. When you compare them to down here, when you compare them to Publix and with Dick's, they're not bad.
All these versus Publix.
Mm-hmm.
What about the sub sandwiches? Is it the same?
Let me see. I don't know if well, then too, it's been a little while since I've been to Aldi's, but I don't know if they have a deal where you can get a sub sandwich. Because right now, Publix down here, Publix right now is the best sub place to go to down here.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you gotta choose between Publix, and then there's another company that's more expensive than Publix. It's called Boar's Head. That's the top line, cold cuts and what have you.
I remember when I used to work for Albertsons. Their brand was Thumans.
Was what now?
Thumans was their it was supposed to be the what's it called? What was that for Publix? What's it called?
Oh, Boar's Head.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Thumans was supposed to be the
Nothing competes with Boar's Head. Was that what y'all said?
What said, Tom?
I thought y'all were talking about like sliced meat.
Yeah. I was saying that Boar's Head is a top deli meat that you can get from Publix.
I used to work at Publix.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you know about that then.
Oh, hell yeah.
Where shopping is a pleasure.
There you go.
They got that out here at Fred Meyer and QFC.
Wait a minute. They have Publix up there where you at?
No, they got Boar's Head.
Okay, Boar's Head. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's the top. That's the top meat down here. And then when Dixie has their version of it, but I forgot the name of it. It might be. I think it starts with a D, but I have to go back and look it up. Yeah. And then if you work for Publix, you can't, unless things have changed since I worked there, you can't have a lot of facial hair on your face if you work at Publix.
Well, not anymore. Now you could have, you could grow a full beard now. Publix.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay,
I'll
so
say
they stuff.
they acting like the New York Yankees, huh? Because now they could start having facial hair too now.
Yeah. It has to be like a beard connected, whatever.
Yeah, but you have to wear a beard net if you do that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And it looks stupid.
Well, if you work in the deli or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think if you work in a deli.
Yeah, 'cause I don't want nobody hairs in my food.
Right.
Yeah.
If
But if you're a cashier, I don't think you don't need to wear
Oh
one.
yeah, because I worked. I actually worked in.
You working in food? Put on a
I
hat.
worked in the deli and the bakery.
Right. Exactly. So you're talking about deli, bakery, and seafood. You got to have that.
Yeah, anything dealing with food, you definitely got to make sure that hair is cut.
Yeah,
keep
exactly.
that food.
Or they prefer that you just have a clean face with just a mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, mustache. You don't have to wear a beard net. Only if you have a beard.
Right. Exactly.
Nothing like having beer, and nothing like having hair in your hamburgers.
Nothing like having net in my mouth.
Yeah, nothing like having hair on your fish in your fish fry.
Man. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And
just
then
put a little sauce on it, some Worcester sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, who's going to see Fantastic Four?
I am. I have to. It's a requirement.
I'm going tonight.
Oh yeah, it's still early out there, so yeah, it's 6 o'clock out there, so yeah, you can still make it in time. Unless I go to a midnight movie. I haven't been to a midnight movie in a while.
I know. Neither have I. Because that's the only times they used to come out on Thursdays.
Yeah, it's at midnight.
That was big. I used to do that a shit ton when I was in college.
Yeah, the last Jurassic Park I saw in 3D.
The latest one or the one before this one?
Rebirth.
Oh, okay.
Which one is
Yeah.
that's this one that's out now?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's that's out now. Yeah, that's Rebirth.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually good. It was good.
Yeah, but
It had
compared to
the
the
new
last,
dinosaurs in there. I wasn't too fond of the new dinosaurs as much as the classic. They had two new ones, like they had a bunch of new ones, but the main ones, it was like a freaking alien. I don't want to tell the movie, but it's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was like an alien. I'm like, how the hell are you gonna have an alien like dinosaur?
But I watched it the
I
other
missed
day
that in
on
my
Netflix.
pathology class.
Yeah. I was
Damn,
like,
an alien.
What kind of dinosaur is that?
I know, it's crazy. Bit the helicopter in flight. God damn.
That's the thing I miss about going to school. I used to be familiar with pretty much most of the dinosaurs, and what have you. I used to go and get books and just study them. But man, I mean,
Right, yeah.
I have all my.
I think that's what they're doing with the new
I still
ones
have
now,
all my
Mr. Polk.
dinosaur books. Yo,
Oh, okay.
Mr.
I
Paul,
think
if
they
you
do.
like
Yeah.
dinosaurs, you should go to La Brea Tar Pits in LA.
La Brea
They
Tar
have a,
Pits.
what
No,
they have
La
like a
Brea
this-
Tar Pits.
they have like a new
see.
founding there where they put it together.
You can physically see where they're excavating animals. They got mammoths, saber-toothed tigers. There's giant
Where they do
sloths.
excavation. Oh, I gotta see
There's
that.
a thing called an American lion.
All I know is I'm
Mhm.
glad there's not a volcano that's erupting in Washington that's gonna derail my
I
trip.
know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, Shade called me like 2 weeks ago. He's like, "Yo, you hear about that those earthquakes?" I'm like, "No."
What happened?
Wow.
Those also recent earthquakes out there.
he said Mount Helena.
Oh, Mount. Okay,
No,
It's
there is
erupting
no
now,
Mount
right?
Helena. There's Mount St. Helens and Mount
Saint
Rainier. Is
Helen.
where he's
Yeah,
talking
Rainier,
about.
whatever.
Talk,
But
where was
there's
this
been a
late?
whole bunch of
What,
earthquakes.
what's up, Joe?
What's up, man? Hey, Talk, where was this labia tar pits?
La Brea, it's
LA.
in Los Angeles.
And they still excavating animals right
Yeah,
now.
there's
They doing like
yes. I was
modern
just
day
there a
excavation.
year ago, and I saw into the pit where they're excavating.
Yeah,
It's fucking
It's
dope,
amazing how
man.
they got fossilized, like all in time, frozen in time.
Well, they just
It's
fell in
crazy.
there, and they just got preserved for the most part because
Yeah, it's like
basically,
man, like a
it's
snapshot.
just yeah. But I didn't even know there was a thing called an American lion until I went there.
I didn't know that
Yeah, I
until you
never
just
heard of it
mentioned it,
neither.
Tom.
Yeah, till you
Isn't
just
that shit
mentioned it.
crazy?
Yeah, yeah, I never heard of the American lion. I thought
Sounds like
most
a
of it was
movie.
from Africa. That's what I thought.
Now, Tunk, out of curiosity, it doesn't have a long tusk like the saber tooth.
Mm-hmm.
The lion?
Right, the American lion you talking about.
No, they look like female lions in Africa.
Okay, gotcha. You don't have that big
They look
mane.
like
They don't
look
have like
like
a long tooth.
they look more like cougars and mountain lions.
Oh,
Where did
okay,
they live?
gotcha.
Just like they just covered the U.S.
Well, they
Or
I'm
just
not
South
smaller.
sure.
They're
America?
smaller.
I'm not sure.
Mountain lions are much smaller. Yeah.
Pretty much anywhere you got jungle cats.
But it's super cool. I mean, I had no idea I'd be able to. And like, there's this area right next to, because there's a whole shit ton of tar pits there. There's like this big, massive one that's like a lake, and then they have all these other little areas that they're digging, and so you can go see what animals they've dug out of there.
Oh, they'll tell you what they actually what complete
Yeah.
skeletons they was able to get.
Yeah, it's fucking dope.
How do they figure out like what the fur looked like and the manes and everything? Like, how do they know how to
yeah.
sketch?
What color the dinosaur is? How do they know it's a red skin color instead of a green skin color? Or
I guess they do
Probably
all kind
looking
of
at
samples.
Maybe DNA.
Yeah,
The
but hold
DNA
on.
of the bone. I guess
Yeah,
they
the DNA
they
because
guess.
DNA
The DNA of the
Yeah,
bone will tell
DNA.
you.
it determines that determines hair, it determines color,
Exactly.
it determines a whole bunch of stuff. So they look for
Yeah,
the
it's the DNA
genes
part.
that turn them
Why, like, compared to other animals?
right.
Just like it's
Yeah,
a specimen called giant cannon picker, and the way they found out how it looked was from like a part of the jawbone, and it's a bipedal like a bipedal ape that was very tall, and they were able to determine that by just the I think it's like the jawbone and then DNA, and then that's how they determined how big it was and what color it was and all that. I hope I'm saying it right. Giant cannon picker, something like that. It's a tongue twister.
Giant can of pickles.
That's a good one.
It is amazing them large bone structures, man. It's like insane. We got a rib the size of a semi truck. One rib was the size of a freaking truck. Damn.
And like the brontosaurus, man, you talking about huge animals? Good grief.
Yeah, that spine, just their spine, is
Yeah.
freaking humongous.
Yeah, but it's because there was so much oxygen on Earth back then. We would probably
Yeah,
be
there was
a
the
lot bigger,
oxygen.
too.
Yeah, rich oxygen environment.
If there was more, we'd probably be bigger too. If there was more oxygen.
we probably would. We could probably get
we
to about
might
13,
have been
14
bigger.
feet.
Yeah.
We might have been bigger
Yeah.
punk back in the days. We just you know.
I'm thinking, man, if we had that much oxygen, yeah, we'd probably have some large creatures, man. Large humans running around.
Yeah,
Standing
cool.
tall next to the damn Eiffel Tower, standing next to him.
Must have had brutal knees.
Damn.
Joints probably failed out early.
Poor
They
bastard.
said there's this program on the Earth X channel, right? Going back to Earth X, they had these like they were talking about these how they change the different prehistoric creatures to make them evolve to today. They made a freaking T-Rex the size of a damn turtle. Like they like to say that's the only way they evolved to live in today's speaking of oxygen environment. They have to make them smaller in order for to make them survive all those millions of years. So basically, the Velociraptor was like a damn small damn ferret, like a weasel.
Yeah,
it was like the size of a ferret, like a weasel. I'm like, what? That's not scary at all. I'm like, what the hell? Velociraptor looked like a damn weasel.
They
Like
also
one of
think
those
that
little
there was-
lizards that like runs across the desert.
Yeah, like one of those ferrets. Yeah, exactly. A Velociraptor. They shrink it all the way down to that size. I was like, God damn, that's real small compared to what they actually were. You know, I'm like, damn. And then the Brontosaurus, the big one, they managed to make them like the size of a woolly mammoth.
Wow.
Hey,
To get them
let
through
me
all
ask
the
you,
time,
Mr. Polk, and Mr. Polk and Crypto, what you're the new guys to the panel here. What do you think of the prospects of bringing back Christian Wilkins? If you had your way, would you bring him back, or you like, no, it's too late? I don't think that's gonna happen.
I would say no.
Yeah, same here.
I probably would say no.
Mm-mm.
Now, because I think he would destroy our chances at a rebuild. He would be too good to make us lose too many games, win too many games. You know what I mean? He like bringing in Fitzpatrick when you should have brought in, you know what I'm saying? Another quarterback. No, you don't want to disrupt the flow at this moment.
Right, exactly. Because I mean, you know, we got Kenny Grant, we got what's his name? Phillips, Jordan Phillips, and also we got I think we still got that guy. What's his name? What, Digger? Something like that. We picked him up.
Zeke Biggers.
Zeke Biggers, right? So I mean, we can kind of go with those guys and see what we got. I mean,
Is there an
we'll
F
see
on
what
it?
we got.
I think it's just bigger.
And then we don't know how much money Wilkins going to be asking for, and what have you as well. So that's another thing you got to keep in mind. What is he asking for to come back to the Dolphins?
All right. Yeah, I would say Wilkins will probably.
And I'm happy with Sealer. You know, we still
Josh
have Sealer.
Rosen. I still think Josh Rosen would have still won those games no matter what, but he was probably a higher probability of losing. Because I think
By the way,
Wilkins bringing him in there.
Lewis says salute to everyone, and Crypto is trash. Why is he saying that?
Oh, I don't know who that is. That
you don't know who that is?
He's mad because
still
the third
mad-
year
he's
in a
still
row
mad
he's
about
gotten
his-
a reward.
No, he's
From
still mad about
Sharif.
his flat tire when he picked you up.
That
No,
wasn't
that's
him.
Von Joe.
Von Joe. That was Von Joe. He caught the flat.
Oh, that was it. I thought it was. Oh, okay.
No, that was Von Joe who caught the flat. But Sharif's giving him the award 3 years in a row on Casual of the Year.
Casual fan of the year.
Yeah, he's been nominated. So I think Sharif said he's going to have the ceremony soon. So stay tuned. Casual of the Year ceremonies is coming. Brought to you by Diamond Chrysler.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
God damn.
Where's Sharif at, man?
and speaking of woolly mammoths, they're saying I was watching one of those channels like the Discovery Channel where they're saying that it may still be them existing in Alaska since Alaska's so big and wide, and there's a lot of there's a lot of places that have not been explored by man yet. So they were saying something about it was some kind of vibration that they picked up by some kind of detector or something like that. And they're saying I'm just going by what they're saying. I can't say I can believe it. I really don't believe it, but they're saying that it shows signs that something big like a woolly mammoth was causing the vibration. So I don't know.
Hidden underneath the ice or the polar ices.
No,
Ice caps.
they actually think it's actually walking around, staying here. But I doubt that.
I don't know about
don't
that.
think,
yeah.
I can
We would have found them
I
by
just
now.
don't see how they can survive in the world that we live in today. I just don't.
All right. I agree. Plus, we probably would have already stumbled into them by now.
Yeah.
Creatures that large, we probably would have figured out stumbled into them by now.
Exactly.
I can't imagine them living isolated at this stage of the game.
He's just too big an animal. I mean,
An animal that size.
Right, exactly. Now I can see if you're talking about some kind of real bear or something like that. I can understand that. An undiscovered bear. I can understand that.
And even they got to go roam and eat.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But I want to do some research on. No, go ahead.
No, they were saying. Well, of course, this is like millions and millions of years. They were talking about the when the continental shift, that Antarctica was once green. You know, they were doing like different models of how it actually was a green planet. It wasn't. I mean, a green continent. It wasn't even. It was like full of life and everything.
Well, that's what's
before it
underneath all the
shifted to the
ice
south.
is that's what's underneath all the ice, and that's what's bad about Antarctica melting is that there's a lot of methane trapped underneath the ice, and if it continues
like
to melt,
miles
it'll release
thick. Yeah.
because
not just methane,
like-
but also like
20 miles
organisms.
thick.
Yeah,
that were-
exact fucking viruses that are 10,000 years old that we have zero defense against.
Exactly.
That's probably exactly that could be released into the atmosphere.
I mean, something that
again.
could just fucking kill us all.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's definitely a possibility. They did say that if it was to rethaw again, then we go out of an ice age into the thawing, whatever age, I forgot the age they called it when you thaw out. It's like the opposite of the ice age.
Melt.
You know. And then they was like, yeah, if we get all that green back, it might come with a heavy consequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's crazy. But then they were talking about how people can move there and live there. They find a way to inhabit it. I bet you if they start getting warm, if we get true warming, would start melting and flooding everybody else out. People be trying to go down there and try to stake claims, you know.
So anyway, listen, it's
That's
gonna
where
be
the wall. That's where flat Earth ends. So more power to
Yeah,
them.
that's right. That's where it ends. Exactly. That's where the curtain's at. The curtain's down there, Tonk. That's where the curtain's at.
Is that where the
trying to
camera
see
is too?
this-
Like the cameraman is hiding?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
cameraman
God,
as well.
God.
Yep, the curtain, everybody. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. But it's down there. That's where it's at.
Yeah. But anyway, listen, it's gonna be I'm falling asleep here. So y'all, I appreciate y'all. Listen, late night exhale will be back tomorrow. Mr. Polk, stay backstage. I want to ask you a question real quick. So
okay.
All right, y'all, man. We out here. I appreciate y'all. Again, I'll be back
Shout out
next
to Ali.
Friday. And we'll be back at it, man. And don't forget Insomnia. We'll be back next week. I think. Yeah.
We'll
We
stay
should be back.
tuned next week for Insomnia. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, y'all.
All right.
Later.
We'll definitely be talking about the first game, the Hall of Fame game. So,
Hall of Fame game on Insomnia. Yep. Doing Insomnia. Yep.
So
Cool.
That'll be easy, man. Fins up and peace out.
Fins up.